Time to wrap up the bracket 4 of Akkal's Autumn Action. You can see it down here, the logo of it, if it's readable. Best of 7. These players, actually let's go to the seeding sheet for a bit to show the Division 4 down here. As you can see, it's in the 1100s, 1200s range, this one. And the finalists are Canuck versus SMBK, so among the higher rated ones overall here. So, going to the maps first, we have the first pick, Deluge by Canuck. All of the maps will potentially be played, so it's not that much of a draft other than deciding your home maps, I guess, but still gives you an idea of what to be filled for. Island Hideout as the first one for Super Banana, which is SMBK, I guess. Riverina, Siberia, Bluegill, and finally Scimitar, and in the end Rocky Oasis for Canuck, which should be the designated first map. We'll see how they solve that. It doesn't show clearly in the draft. That's my fault. But the leftover map should still be the first one to be played. So let's work under that assumption that Rocky Oasis is first. That's where I'd expect to see something like Aztecs or Lithuanians for the long-term relics. Or at least a cavalry civilization, given the distance between the bases. So, Magyars comes to mind, but it also the last drafted map, so who knows. And there's the Lithuanians, I think that has to be from Rocky Oasis. But let's just dive into the first one. It's down here. Rocky Oasis, Malians, Cumans we've seen on the map before. Akuni. Good morning, sir. Which I guess is good evening to you, but who's counting? Anyway. Right. Best of 7. Should do it. This is Rocky Oasis. Playing in the red and blue here, colors 1 and 2. We have Super Banana. That's a good nickname. Super Banana playing as the humans here. Probably wants to try and get away with the second town center. The sheep and boars can spawn out real far here. They tend to spawn on the stone more often than not, but there are indeed 2 boars per player here. And should be your standard amount of sheep as well. I guess if you're able to get the second town center up here as the humans, you'd have a very compact economy. You'd have the gold safe, you'd have the woodland safe. It's not a bad play at all if you can get away with it. But of course, knowing you're up against the humans, you'd always have to be ready to kind of try to counter that by going to the Castle Age earlier on and push your opponent with Castle Age army like Monks and Siege, Cavalry perhaps. Canuck here is playing as the Malians, and they shine in the Castle Age. They have all of the options. They have such a wide open tech tree in the Castle Age. And of course, if the bases had been closer, then they could go for the infantry opening as well, like the men-at-arms. Malians infantry have extra pierce armor, +1 added per age, so that makes them able to endure more archer or town center or castle fire, you name it. So a bit of a slow start is semi-close map. You can't build up this terrain, so there's that to be considered. There are a couple of extra tiles of golds around the map, but there's long-term, you'll want to collect the relics hidden inside the woodline as well. Canuck trying to gather some intelligence inside of Super Banana space here, found the gold, expecting that a second town center might pop up over here. Didn't click yet though, Super Banana, so not entirely sure yet what the plan is here. Could just be a plain scouts opening as well, is beginning the wallings. Let's see if they know that you can't build on this terrain. Long distance hunting for Canuck. Because the scout is busy scouting the opposing base. That might be a good move at this level, because scouting intelligence is obviously always valuable. Neither player still clicked up though, so let's just speed this up a little bit and just follow the scouts, see if the... So no scouts killed for red after all. Feudal Age first for the Marlins here. 26 pop for Super Bananas, going straight Castle Age here. Is this a fast Castle Age play? What is this? Long distance gathering the deer. 11 villagers on berries. It's like a bit of a rough start to me. I'm not convinced Super Banana has a plan here. Canuck is up first. Canuck is up first. Did not drop the barracks. Is also got Castle Age. Who are these guys and why are they playing so boring? Skipping the entire Feudal Age here, huh? 2 on gold for Canuck. Could also be... There's nothing on gold for Super Banana. What's going on here? Sell the stone to go up, or... All are being confused. Blue is in, so the scout won't be getting the kill, especially not with that kind of weak hit point situation. All of the berries about to be gone. That's 10 of berries. You'd think it was Andy from the Norwegian AOE2 community playing here. Or freaking Andy keeps a few extra ones of berries sometimes as well. Right. Selling wood. Buying food. Bit short on food for the Castle Age click here. 2 villagers on gold though, so that should be an issue. Long distance hunters coming along as well. Second TC for Super Banana. Oh, this could be a short game. This could be a short game. FC. Coming in. Yeah, that's a good call, to be honest. To expect the fast castle play. No, the 2 TC play, but it's really slow 2000 to play here. 28 population. I'm really not sure where Super Banana is going with this, but committing to the second town center now with 10 villagers at 27 population, while Canuck is with 1 minute 45 seconds to go to the next stage. I'm not too sure about Cubans for this one. It should be relatively easy to push this town center with siege from this side, and Canuck knows that. Canuck has scouted both sides. This should be the point of entry. It's slightly closer as well. The travel distance seems a bit shorter. And Super Banana just barely started to build. Got the blacksmith market, to be fair. Got villagers on gold as well. But this should be really tough to hold. Canuck should already be moving forward, to be honest. Should be sending some villagers forward now to get that siege workshop and some spearmen added, maybe something like that. Start pushing the economy ASAP, as soon as possible. Look at all these farms popping up already. Super Banana is honestly establishing a decent economy here. Is already on gold as well. Has the 2 buildings needed, so could at any point cancel villagers and click up once the food count is close enough. Uh-oh. Are we not going to punish the humans 2 DCs here at all, I guess? Further Castle Age, 3 DCs will help to keep up, but you still want to pressure them. Well, we have a boomy game on our hands. Not going to see anything too significant happening just yet. Scout just looking at the wildlife here, going to reveal at least 1 town center, maybe the other one. So no, does not scout the town center. 2 Translators now producing for blue, going to be a third one as soon as the food count allows as well. Should allow Canuck to catch up here. Super Banana not even close to clicking up just yet, missing 500 food. Just opting for some vision along the sides just to make sure the Malians aren't coming into pressure. And such a passive approach here. If you're going to go straight fast castle, why not just use that advantage to push straight away and try and close out the game? That's a questionable one to me. It's 22 farms to 19, so the economy is still ahead for the humans, even with 3,000 to 2 here. Granted, they need to click to the castle age as well. And arguably, the Malians are stronger in the castle age than the humans. Because of their versatility, they have quite a few options going for the castle age. They have camels, they have knights, they have infantry. You may see Geppetto here as well, as the villagers are collecting stone for the eventual castle, but the humans player also going to be able to get castle up here. 3 stables now for the humans. Castle age just kicking in. Neither player has made any military just yet, and the economy is basically almost equal here. Finally a barracks for Canuck now finally planning to get some military movement going. Does not see the villager building the outpost. Super Banana sure likes to have vision across the map here. We'll know the second Canuck starts to move out. Here comes the stable for the Malians as well. At home base, it's still going to be the Step Lancers for Super Banana here. Strong raiding unit. Let's have a look here at the Step Lancers moving up. +1/+1, +2 defense coming in. Monastery now for Canuck. But Step Lancers actually have a slightly easier way of sniping the monks, as they have that extra range. They range through the building foundations in the corners here, as you can see as well. So they will find a point of entry. It's not easy to quick wall out Step Lancers because of that one range. There's the range. There's the range. That's their lads. And the raids are effectively in at Canuck's base at this point. Definitely getting value here. The idle these times comparable here. It's 2,000 to 3, but Super Banana only 9 buildings behind. Defensive castle should help a lot against these raids here now. But there's also siege to be added. Could add cap traps, being the humans as well. They have access to those in the castle age. Just seize your production, get your castle up forward, and click that Imperial Age and try to reach that ahead of the Malians, which is absolutely a possibility now with the gold being idled for so long here from Canuck. Speaking of gold, the gold spots of Canucks aren't ideal here. There's one over here, there was one over here. Whereas for Super Banana, it's more slightly more secure. I mean, if you place a castle here, right, a defensive castle, suddenly you have 2 gold. 2 golds completely safe, so the gold spots definitely better for Super Banana. And look at the resources. Just about to click to the next stage here, missing the second building. Once the castle completes, you'll be able to click the Imperial Age, and that should be well ahead of Canuck here, which means that the defensive castle likely will be going down, and unless it can be denied, that is. And that's actually a great castle, because it's, if you get Fletching and Bodkin, it should be ranging some of the villagers over here. Camels being added, but camels being added by the humans as well. Upgrades wise, the humans has the better upgrades here. House walling in the... What? Okay, too few villagers, only 5 villagers forward. A bit too ambitious with the forward castle here, Super Banana. With 10 villagers, that castle would easily go up. So that's kind of hampers the plan of Super Banana a little bit here. Could still go for the castle over here and deny 2 golds, or even over here almost to deny that secondary zone as well. We'll see what happens next. They didn't lose any villagers in the process, which is a plus. Super Banana now comfortably, not comfortably ahead, just a few villagers ahead, in fact, and it's triple town hunters, 2 triple town hunters for the both of them, so shouldn't really be any advantage for either player at this point, except for the military count on Super Banana. Hello, Paramondox. Mix of step lancers and camels here against knights shouldn't be too great for the Malians knights, even though they just patched the upgrades of the camels. Castle Fire helping out here. The castle should easily take out the camels. Now Canuck is in the military lead, and the economic situation is once again comparable. Trying for a castle from the other direction. I like it. It's taking a long way around for Super Banana, trying to... Still, it would have been a lot better on this side to deny the goal, but now with all of the military on the left-hand side, this castle might just go up, and you could easily quick wall in between the woodlands here as well once you start building the castle. Should not be easy for melee units to stop this castle from going up. Imperial Age on the way as well, to be fair. Canuck with the Malians far, far, far away from that Imperial Age state. Here come the knights. See if Super Banana sees it. Has the outpost. Sees it coming. Great vision. Yeah, there's no stopping that. If the last tile goes up here, it does. Or is there an opening? There is no opening. Counter castle. 18, 19 villagers. I still think Super Banana should be able to complete this one. Might need to commit to repairs on the house. Does that as well. Yeah, it's going to be close, but both castles will complete. And one player will have access to trebuchets, the other will not. One villager probably going down here. No, actually not. And now, a couple of cavalry units losing hit points as a result of this castle going up for Super Banana. Step Lancers. Imperial Age now only 15 seconds away. Canuck has yet to click, but is about to. So with the Imperial Age kicking in, trebuchets could be queued immediately. Little bit of no market tweaking needed. In fact, first trebuchet all the way. At risk of being sniped by Human's cavalry here, looks like Canuck has the better numbers at this point. Committing cavalry to both sides, going to keep the capture and push away from this side as well. So the trebuchet definitely shouldn't be pushing just yet. You'll have to ungarrison it, move it over here, and then maybe gate it in or something to keep the cavalry from sniping it. So with the cavalry defense and just general awareness, Canuck has bought himself enough time to get to the Imperial Age as well. And it's going to be 2 castles to 1, so even with the much earlier Castle Age for, or Imperial Age, sorry, for Super Banana. Oh. Is that with range on castle? Ah, they've probably got those range mods. So, probably got some idea of how far these castles range. Camels, not the best raiding units ever. Still committing to the Step Lancers for Super Banana. Quintuple or more stables production of Step Lancers. Turn on this. Okay, they need to update that command. It's not coming up, it's coming to a close. It's in fact 7 new maps, 6 of them by the Mad Cadder, Blue Gill being the 7th one by Tech Chariots. Trebuchets down there. 2 trebuchets in queue for Canuck as well, but lost one of the defensive castles. Step Lancers, elite Step Lancers in fact, to help out here. They have 100 hit points, but they're going to be fighting against Malin's Cavaliers that could potentially get Farimba for extra attack as well. Big camel in the making, but the stable researching it might go down here. Trebuchets focus this one, of course. Super Valana can't know that something's being researched here. Oh, they're going to go for the next castle, which also makes sense. I'd say dive in and get the Trebuchet sooner rather than later here. It's quite exposed, and these aren't heavy camels just yet. Still some percentage to go there. That's one Treb so quickly down there, and another one. Lower armor because of the unpacked state. That's 2 very weak trebuchets for Super Banana as well. Red player is going to lose. Precious trebuchets as well. We collecting the relics? Not just yet. A couple of them up for grabs now on the wood line. Heavy camels on the field, we may want to start thinking about a halberdier switch here for the humans. Humans do not get heavy camel. We're the only civilization that gets camels but no heavy camel. With no word holds this castle at risk of going down to cavalry aggression over here. Even the vision about to be lost for Super Banana, losing the outpost to 1 stray builder, just pounding away at that killing foundation. Economically speaking, Canuck is far behind. How's that showing in the resource overview? Yeah, it should be more to work with for Super Banana here. Didn't really face a lot of raids, only lost 5 builders this game, and that's a lot of farms. With spam Saurus endlessly as the game moves on. Only +1 attack for these camels, no fire inbound, no iron forging. Being non-Hindustani camels, it also takes them a while to take out buildings. Elite Step Lancer's numbers increasing, and with that range they get to poke away at the camels at a distance, so while they're not great against camels, obviously, they're also not horrible because of that range. And the potential for a surround. Military numbers relatively comparable. Super Banana just never ceases to make builders here, which in many cases is a good thing, but at this stage in the game you need your space prop. Yeah, look at this, stacking up like that, blocking the camels from entering. This is a great fight for the Elite Step Lancers because many of the camels can't engage this choke point. It's not a fantastic trade as well because of the bonus damage from the camels, but cleaning up the camels there with the Elite Step Lancers just because of the numbers and the choke pointy fights they got working for them there. 9 kills for this group of units. This actually made the university specifically for murder holes here to keep this castle up for a while longer. Could still pull villagers through the palisade over here, palisade gate, to get some repairs in on the castle as well. Elite Step Lancers chasing heavy camels again, but we did see. Wait, it's lots more. Actually, not the halberdiers for the humans here. It's an infantry switch, which Doesn't really make they're not horrible against camels. They'll do all right, but at least mixing some halberdiers, I'd say. Handguard coming in as well, making a huge difference for the overall worker efficiency and resource income. 155 villagers and counting for Super Banana. Really wants to capitalize on the economy here and outboom the Malians, but that means only about 40 population space for villager. At some point you'll need to start deleting villagers to make room for more military. It's being brought in as well. That's going to be 2 relics, providing some passive gold income. Looks like Canuck has managed to access at least 1, soon 2 of them as well. Could be relevant for the longer game. Still producing villagers! 160 villagers, what is this? I've been watching Doubt or what? Power over castle, going down. Super Banana still keeps at least half of the map here. Don't understand the champion switch. I'd rather see the halberdiers, at least some halberdiers mixed in here, but if you transport them inside of ramps, then maybe not wasting more than 5 out of the 160 minutes here to drop this castle. Pretty heavily housed after losing that forward castle as well. So once this castle completes, it's going to make some room for build 3 again. And yeah, fixing the houses. Fortunate for Canuck not to spot this in time, this castle will complete for sure. This thing needs to turn around full Imperial Age upgrades. Still no Farimba, still no Iron Forging. So Camels and Cavaliers not as strong as they could be. 36 farmers, not going to see that Farimba light cab spam just yet. Castles on either side from Super Banana, so sweeping out both sides here, defending the position well. Now pop capped with only space for only 30 something builders. He really needs to get rid of some builders here. They're just unbind that select all DC's hotkey and make some room for army instead. Still queuing freaking builders, 1 builder in the queue, 165 on the field. Full infantry upgrades out here now. I guess the Malians would need to consider adding something else here at this point. Cavaliers should still trade well against the champions because of their higher hit points, but if the champions' numbers are too large, Canuck will need something else to deal with this. Deals nicely with it for now, with even without Farimba, but that's about to kick in, so the Farimba Cavalier, they should be able to deal with the Halberdiers here, no, the champions here, no problem. Biggest weakness for Super Banana though is not enough population space for military. You'd want probably only 120 villagers working at this point with this kind of resources in the bank. These kinds of resources. Just not doing Super Banana any favors here, not having enough space for military. More barracks coming up. Barraxes. Golem would probably say. Siege Ram is in. Going to try and push into Canuck space for this side. There's raids topside as well, to be fair. The elite set lancers that had been grouping up here for a while are trying to find damage on the top side. So attacking from 2 angles here from Super Banana, not bad at all. Halberdier finally coming in, pikemen in the queue. Full blacksmith upgrades for Super Banana, and look at that loot out, could also spam Hussars till the end of time at this point. Loses the forward castle though, so that frees up the gold for Canuck to take it. Trebuchet's not able to be contested just yet, but Halberdier now only 14 seconds away. That's going to be worse even for the Farimba upgraded family of the Cubans here. Malians, I mean. Malians getting some raids in. able to enter the human space here. That could be actually doing Super Banana some favors here, because there are too many villagers working. Just let them die. Oh, let them die. There's plenty of resources in the bank. Use that space for army instead. Players engaging. We're closing in on the 1 hour mark. Sea Trans going in without nothing inside of them. No Cavaliers, no champions. Which means they'll be moving slower than they could be. Players added bombard cannons as well. More mobile siege units than the trebuchets. Cavalry stays in front, but the halberdiers number is increasing for the humans as well. Still, too many villagers. 55 halberdiers in the group, 22 champions, but they're not able to pop out because there are too many villagers taking up the housing space from the conscripted military. Villagers going down, and thankfully Super Banana decides not to queue any more villagers, goes for military instead. But enough so for at least 2 or 3 more castles even. Lots of food in the bank, could sell food for gold as well. Not great prices, but also not too bad. Battles added, great addition against the halberdiers here. Maybe Canuck will be weathering the storm here and outlasting the humans here after all. There's been lots of resources going into armies and tech switches here for Super Banana, more so than Canuck, who also gets to collect gold more efficiently with the Malians. Pushes slowly to this side here. Trebuchets and Geppettos now in front. What is Super Banana's response to Geppettos? And at this point you'll need to... Hussars is actually quite okay given the food count here. If you get enough Hussars out, you will be able to get close to this small group of Geppettos and still maybe be able to take them out. Map control still in favor of Super Banana. But Geppetto numbers increasing as well. 2 castles to produce those units. Cavaliers still being added for raiding purposes as well, I'd say. The bombard cannons, dangerously unprotected in front here, but they'll get away with it for now. Who is the better late game player? It seems like Canuck has the death ball slowly building up here. Elite Geppetto. 13 plus 2 ranged melee attack, and they also have 6 range. Relatively quickly as well, not nearly as fast as the humans Hussars, 15% faster than cavalry without husbandry. But you'll need a lot of them to handle this group anyway, even without the pikes in front here for Canuck. You'll need a large group of Hussars to get close. Dead even in military, dead even in economy as well. Both players at 200 population. Not much happening on the left-hand side. Maybe Canuck could commit to some raids here. Super Banana is going to try to get some raids in again. No! Sending the units all the way around, or is this just thanks DE pathing? There are 22 idle villagers for Super Banana, so the economy essentially more efficient for Canuck here at this point. Monk without block printing, even converting a Geppetto there. But I guess Cubans might not get block printing. I'm not too updated on the tech trees overall for the monastery department. Barracks going down forward now for the Malians. We're going to see the Champ Skull push now, perhaps. The infantry upgrades are in. Banana, however, not going to struggle for resources anytime soon. Running slightly low on gold, also getting Onager. Probably hoping to get some lucky hits in on the ever-increasing group of Geppettos here. Great army control for Canuck here to sustain these large groups and trickle in more here just to keep the military raids full. Trash for Superman at this point. Trying to conserve the gold for other purposes. It's being slowly pushed away here by the trebuchets, bombard cannons, and Geppetto of Canuck. Sars too impatiently being masked here by Super Banana is skewing them behind here now. That might help. Still no camels, or barely any camels, and especially no pikes in front here to protect the Geppettos. Let's see if this is enough. I still don't think that's enough Hussars for Super Banana to push this deadly group of elite Geppettos. Production capabilities going down as well. Super Banana is struggling big time for gold now. Is that Siege Oliver even? Siege Oliver coming in. Again, hoping to deal with the Geppettos, but you'd want them behind here at this point to get those hits in. And Siege Engineers shouldn't really stand a chance, especially without Siege Engineers with the bombard cannons behind here from Canuck. If Canuck's attention is on point, still keeps a healthy amount of Geppettos here. A couple of more in queue of the elite Geppettos, showing the power of the Modlins here. Not too famous for their post-imperial strengths, but as long as you have gold, I guess will be alright. Siege on here, coming in. Are we gonna get the hit? Canuck doesn't expect this, and that's a flattening shot. Takes half of the elite Geppettos down before the Siege Oliver can be dealt with. Could be a way back. Some Farimba light camp trickling in, and we're pushing with cat rams from the left hand side as well. Super Banana not reacting in time here. This castle might go down, and that frees up even more opportunity for the light cab trickle to deal some damage from the left hand side. Now it's Canuck pushing from both sides here, losing some of the forward siege, losing the push to this side. The Hussar numbers might be large enough now to take out the remaining elite Geppettos, but there's damage going down from the left hand side. Still no gold in the bag for Super Banana, except for a little bit of the relic trickle, and the monasteries might be going down, so maybe the relic trickle is also going to be stopped here. Restaurants just collected quite similar, but as you can see, Canuck has lost way fewer units, which gives an indirect economic advantage here. Siege on here is also a really lengthy research and an expensive upgrade to get in 1 versus 1 setting. Leads set Lancers to raid now, but defensive castle handles most of that for Canuck, no problem. They've got the food economy to spam Hussars indefinitely here. So mixing in the on-off Elite Step Lancers, adding some champions as well, which would help against the Pikes on Canuck and probably against the Light Cap as well, but would struggle more against the Geppettos. Elite Geppettos no longer in the queue. Now Canuck is going into the infantry switch as well, the champion switch rather. Getting supplies, arson, squires. Wants to fight fire with fire, by the looks of it. Ram pushing from this side, left-hand side. We still have some small raids coming in, but there are Hussars on this side as well. Can you hold this with Hussars alone? You really shouldn't be able to. The Geppettos, no more in the queue. There's a little group of them there, which helps out against the small trickle of units from Super Veranda. Canuck struggling a little bit maybe for consistent population increase here now. They're both at top cap, basically. This little impatient trickle of raiding units from the left-hand side. Not doing too much for Canuck. I think these Hussars are just fighting on their own. Without any need for micromanagement. 200 enforcement for Canuck. It's a gold-heavy approach at this point, but it should be okay if you deal with the remaining numbers of siege onlookers from Super Banana with your, say, your light cab or something else. You cannot afford as Canuck to lose the 200 swordsmen to siege onlooker shots here now. To be fair, 4 of them out on the field, that 5th one on the way as well. Choke pointy map is on both sides, so there's that to consider as well. Yeah, quite the blast from the siege onlookers now. 20 kills total, all of the infantry going down just like that. The infantry is the correct play here until the siege can be done. It's 3 siege onlookers to engage over here. Left hand side, so pikeman raids now, trying to stop the step lancer annoyance from that side. Middle woodlands being collected more and more as well, so could be mean more relic gold. Canuck with 5 relics now. Might want to... I mean, to be fair, Super could use the siege onlooker to collect more of the relics here. That's going to be micro intensive at this point in the game, but could access all these relics, basically having the siege onlooker teched, and then get an additional gold trickle that way. Pretty equal in terms of military here. Still mainly trash for the humans, and still mainly gold units. No, not anymore. Canuck is running low on gold as well. It did manage to get that champion tech in, but only 3 200 swordsmen to benefit from that. It's time to pop out some barracks on this side and get some raids in from this angle. Getting awfully close to each other over here as well. Super Banana is gaining ground. They're splitting the map in half there. 1 hour, 20 minutes in almost. Guys as well. Stables not currently producing, but Canuck will try to push this side again, considering all of the military is over here from Super Banana. slowly going to take care of the production for this side. It's only one defensive castle here, after which all of this farming economy will be exposed. That's going to put a hold to the Hussar production as well. If these farms go down, there's quite a few in the queue yet, Hussars and Halberdiers, but Canuck's core economy still has placed a dock in the middle as well. Little bit of deep fish to be taken here, but of course once you have the dock you could start making fish traps as well and have a source of food that's not raidable by cavalry. Pikeman cleaning up some of the stars to this side. Gold situation is low for the both of them. Slightly more winters for Super Banana, but that's going to change quickly if Canuck is able to burst through the house walls over here and start raiding the economy. Could even get through in the middle soon. It's just 2 more layers of wood until you're through to the other player's side. 6 relics for Canuck, so has had an eye on the extra relics as they are approachable, peekable through the woodlands. This is still going on indeed. Casting coming up in the middle now for Super Banana. That's going to deny a lot of the wood in combo of Canuck. Right hand side push, not really having that much success. Champions back in the queue as well. A little bit of resource trading going on. 500 something. I don't know what's it. Are we going to get Onager now? Is that the idea? What's the purpose behind the food and gold massing here? Kipchak added. That's quite a few elite Kipchaks. How did Super Banana suddenly afford elite Kipchak? Must have used the market and sell and buy resources. Yeah, selling good. Huh. We're in for a long first game, closing in 1.5 hours. Champions re-added for Canuck. No siege earliers in the war, even though Super Banana is adding at least one from somewhere. Is it on the other side? No, but this pop cap can't really pop out that siege earlier just yet. Fighting Ballight Cab against humans for the Hussars should still benefit the Hussars for the hit points and attack advantage, is it? What's the difference? I have lower attack actually. Tram, Elite Kipchak now. What's the response to Elite Kipchak from Canuck? They grew so quickly, these Kipchaks. 162. Not easy to catch up with limits. Either of these players needs to really get some raids in somehow, get some sneak stables happening over to the side, something. Just get inside of their bases, raid the core economy so they'll struggle more to keep that food economy consistent to spam out the trash units like this. Now it's Super Banana pushing from both sides here. Farimba Lightcab should be able to clean up most of this, maybe not keep chat, but now the pikemen get close as well. They decide not to attack, which is bad news for Canuck, but yeah, that's a surround here and the keep chat numbers going down. They can't run away, they are surrounded. Longest game of Rocky Oasis so far, this tournament, pretty sure. Neither player allowing for the game to be closed out. KD as well, 1000 kills and more for Canuck. Canuck still with a positive KD overall. Finally gonna get some raids in perhaps. Will be able to enter, still wasted time, but sealed here for Super Banana. And now rebuilding some stables to start massing units from the left-hand side again. Yeah, Light Cab not gonna get any raids in here. Champions not having too much success on the right-hand side either. This doesn't go on until there's no more wood left. But that should be an option since there are relics in the woodlines for both players to tame as well. 4 relics to 6 relics, so well, 1600 more relic gold for Canuck. Also the higher relics count overall. Cap traps to push down production capabilities to the right, but the stables haven't started constructing yet actually, so Super Banana not going to be able to raid from here quite just yet. Light Cab still being an annoyance, but they are being chased by the Hussars as well. These are Cuban's Hussars, so they are able to keep up with the Light Cavalry speed. If not, the Light Cab would have actually been faster, I think. But the Cuban's cavalry have 15% faster movement speed overall. Oh, Step Blaster said, Siege Oliger cut, here we go! Found the shortcut into Canuck's base. This could be the game-ending move, to be honest. This is going to be hurt Canuck's economy a lot. We'll have to regroup army to chase these raids. And we'll be losing a lot of that farming economy for units production, which is going to be decreasing rapidly. Which is... oh... Searching chemistry probably a while ago, but now Cannon got in the middle. The only thing that could take this out for Super Valhalla currently is the Elite Kipchaks. I think they should be able to range this one. But definitely other priorities to be had there. I'm not sure if it's too much of a loss to lose this castle either at this stage in the game. There's still going to be wood access to different sides of the map. Right hand side, pikemen now from the Malians, not necessarily something you want to see, but the cavalry numbers so huge for Super Valhalla, still massing them as well, almost 80 food, or 80 food gatherers, 80 farmers. Tables completing to the left hand side as well to increase those raids. Now only 93 builders for Canuck. Losing the relics, that's huge, that's huge. No more relic gold income now for Canuck. No more gold income, period. 0 gold miners. And Super Valhalla could even try to steal those relics. As the army numbers decrease here still. Comparable in population, Canuck with a lot more builders overall, to be fair. Even if it's mainly pikemen. It's also mainly cavalry for Super Banana, so Canucks might still be able to survive this, also pushing a little bit to the right-hand side. Trying to distract Super Banana from what's going on there. Looks like a castle foundation was about to go up, but will be going up elsewhere perhaps. Insistent raids from Super Banana here now. Still. Doesn't seem to worry too much about pikes raiding down south. That's not the priority at this point. Just keep harassing Canuck's home base economy here. Look at the resources running so low. 35, 34 wood, 24 wood. Just popping out to complete the castle. This castle will be going down, but this will probably complete. No attempted at quick walling here, there's too much stuff going on anyway. Halberdiers fighting pikes, that should be fine for the good ones over there. Not quick walling in the builders here that hurt that castle foundation for sure. Dock in the middle though. Fire galley coming in. First time I see docking on this map as well. More villagers committing to the castle. Come on, just get the palisade walls up here. Quick wall! Come on. Protect that poor woman. I guess there's villagers to spare still. Resources running low for Super Banana as well, but Super Banana still has relic gold income. Mechanic does not. For the moment. Castle goes down. While castle stays unbuilt. Should it still be within range of Calgary? It is! It is! Ooh, then it's not as good of a castle as I thought. But at least the fire galley pops out, gets that cannon galleon. That at least. Its villagers to this castle. Will it complete this time around? It's a costly castle. It did cost a lot of villagers to complete this one, but now I think it goes up. And also, it's close to the relics, so you could make an argument for placing a monastery close to this castle just to collect these relics quickly and efficiently. No more pushing from the right-hand side from Canuck. 1 hour 40 minutes in. We are looking at a healthy military lead for Super Banana. Also almost 100 population ahead now. We may be nearing the end here. Yep, monastery, close to the castle. Just lacking a little bit of gold for a monk, but that could be 5 more relics for Super Banana. Star raids left and right. No more pushing on this side from either of the players. It's all about the middle now, but Canuck is down to 63 villagers. No resources left in the bank. Still has map presence, but doesn't have resources to do anything with it. And at the 1 hour, 41 minutes, 14 seconds mark, we have the first game ending. Wow. Impressive starting game here from the both of them. Very boomy. Rocky always his game, but in the end, even though Canuck had 200 more unit kills, Super Banana takes home the win. $207,102 resources collected for Super Banana. Did keep the home base safe from raids for the most part. Peculiar up timing is here. Canuck could have done a lot of damage with that early cast stage. I mean, a lot. Forward castle, forward siege, pike. Just don't go straight into the boom, even if it gave even out the economic situation and Super Banana wouldn't be pushing for a while. It's 10 out of 10 times I would go for castle age pressure there because the Cubans will have such a hard time defending that and getting up to the castle age at all with that kind of timing advantage, especially with that kind of slow fuel age. This should be earlier than the Malians here if you're going for the second TC. See the relic code somewhere? Here we go. Yeah. Slightly more for Canuck. Collected more relics total. Right. That's a long first game. But it is Super Banana. Super Banana taking the first game with humans against Malians. Middle pick here, so they've saved their better picks for later. We might see the Luge Nest first home map pick. But it's all up to Canuck from here. Let's have a look. Yep. Diving straight into the Deluge, the only nomad start. Months here. So you'll usually see the players settling close to the shorefish, ideally close to woodland as well, so this should be a good position for Super Banana. Sometimes they settle near the middle as well to more easily claim the middle. Yeah, here we go, Canuck with the Lithuanians. Gets a bonus 100 food to start. Could be set up decently for a scout opening perhaps on a map like this. Scouts could be good because you can't build on this terrain, so you can't like freely mill your short fish. You'd have to place the mill on land and long distance collect the fish. Both players settling near the middle, and they're going to expand to the sides later on as the game moves on. I've seen fast cast lage approaches on this game. I've also seen some feud lage attempts as well. I forgot the fourth villager. Yeah, she's on strike. She's just waiting for her turn to bring in this boar. Yeah, sure. Might as well build a house while I'm at it, huh? As far as 1000 completion goes, though, they're still quite close. As Super Banana also kind of forgot villager number 4 there, I guess. Going immediately for loot. Probably with long distance boars in mind. There are boars near the edge of the map all around here. There's that. Like Nomad Starts in general, they have plenty of stones and golds as well. They want to bring in one boar here for Canuck, which boosts the food economy to begin with here. Lithuanians also start with 100 extra food, so that helps. Got any new 1v1 tournaments going? No, not really. Good morning. I'm launching the 4v4 league, and I'm also running the 3v3 league parallel to that. And I will have a 1v1 tournament, but that's going to be a hidden cup for the Norwegian AOE2 community. So I'm fresh out of ideas for a 1v1 concept. It's been a while since I had a Nomad start one, but that's kind of been Paradox's territory. Maybe I'll bring something like that back. I quite enjoy the Nomad start format. Let's see. Let's have a look at scouting. Alex says this might be his favorite map out of all of them. Maybe that's a semi-spoiler, huh? Are we going to see a Canuck comeback here? I'm going to speed it up a little bit because Nomad start. They're both using their sheep to scout the area, use them to bring in some bonus food as well. I think whoever has more shorefishers should be better set for a healthy feud lage here, but it is kind of clicking up first here. The difference negligible. It's just one population apart, and that's the feud lage. Barracks is up, so Canuck is going to go for these scouts here. That's a good way to, yeah, deny that shorefish income. You want to wait until you have at least 2 or 3 scouts to engage against the shorefishing villagers, simply because of the fact that villagers could easily fight back before you have any blacksmith upgrades. Is that stable for Super Banana era as well? Vietnamese picked to know the opponent town center location among other things. So Super Banana knows exactly where to hit. Could be a huge advantage with the opening here. Eco upgrades cheaper as well, horse collar and double bit exit. I'm not too convinced that horse collar is needed anytime soon though, because the shorefish is going to last you for the whole game if you're able to keep your resource income safe. both players adding spears. They expect, obviously, the scouts here with that kind of uptime. You don't barely even need to scout that. Patient passing of scouts here, mechanic, I like that. 3 scouts before engaging. It does mean that Superman has had time to add spearmen as well. But, for example, you could hit, if you go here first, you're still going to be able to potentially do some damage. A couple of spears here. I suppose you could try to micro down some of the spears here as well. But yeah, I have to be careful here. Yeah, good dodge. Red moving out as well. What's the spearman count? Canuck with 3 spears as well, keeping the shorefish income safe. Neither player is going to have much luck with the scouts opening here. Great reaction from Superman now. And yeah, there should be enough spears here to keep the economy safe for the wolf. Okay, some idling of shorefishes here for Super Banana, so that's value for Canuck for sure. Meanwhile, Canuck is just keeping the scouts away with the spears. Is that a villager or a spearman? That was a spearman. Now spearman down. First villager might go down here. Weak villager. Yeah, she's dead. She's dead. She's dead. She's dead. Dead. She down. And Canuck left with the scouts advantage by far here, but focused out all of Super Banana's scouts. Now committing to visit double stables. Now it's only one stable. Blacksmith, no blacksmith upgrades just yet, but definitely affordable to get forging or defense here now. Yes, that's the tower. I was going to say a tower forward here would be brilliant. It would be denying the gold and the woodline. Super Banana nowhere close to the... moving in. Saw the weak villager. That's probably why he moved in here. Canuck getting another kill. 2 villagers down, but the quick houses of Super Banana should keep the scouts' aggression out. Another villager goes down though, so that's three villagers down. And this tower here will force a defensive tower of Super Banana as well. If Super Banana sees it, it's going to be a short game actually. I mean, this tower denies so much economy here. Unless Super Banana has a say in it. Yeah, goes for the defensive tower there. It's still a commitment. They're both committing resources now to the offensives and defenses respectively. So that first additional town center is going to have to be bought with you're gonna have to buy stone to afford that. Will the tower complete for blue? I'm not sure it will. Tries to dance around and dodge a little bit here. Tanky the tower fire from one of the... Yeah, it's just 2 minutes away. Oh, tower denied at 95%. At this point, it's at this point you send 3 more villagers forward just to complete this tower. It still denies a lot. Arctic gets denied, scan scouts, stray scouts still doing work here. Food gold almost there for the castle stick as well. That tower will never complete. Misplay from the scouts here as well. Still no upgrades on the scouts. Castle Age on the way, which means you can go forward with a siege push here, or even drop a castle if you're going to go stone gathering. Not quite the case yet. Just being used to scout the remainder of the map, I guess. Looking for shorefishers, not going to find any, so that's a huge drain on the food economy for Super Banana, not being able to take any advantage of them. To be fair, this forward tower... Let's say Canuck sends some builders forward to drop a forward siege workshop, maybe a monastery. Then you could push this TC from the hill. You could push this tower easily as well, and you could still complete this tower, which Super Banana hasn't battered down yet, and that would also provide some cover fire for your forward push. As you see, Super Banana not even clicked yet, missing 200 food for the purpose. Has the market could buy the food? It's thinking about a castle defensively or offensively as well. Or is kind of gonna go with this? What's the castle edge gonna bring? I need forward siege and some support unit. That's what I want to see here. Pike moving forward. There are a couple of spears out and about. And there are 2 stables. Relic situation not great. Only one of them scouted for Canuck, but there should be 5 total. Yep. 5. Yeah. And Siege Workshop kind of in the middle here. Maybe wants to try and hide it away from Super Banana, but it would be better to have it even further forward, I think. Those spears to defend Super Banana still got 50 seconds to go. Monster in the middle for the relic could be something to consider as well. 2 builders finally going to complete this tower. I think they will do that with no issues. There are melee units on the field now to distract some tower fire as well. Tower completes. Gold denied now for Super Banana. Nothing being made from the Siege Workshop just yet. It is a wood issue. Maybe we do have the market to tweak the resources here, sell some food, get that first Mangonel out perhaps, but now Castle is in for Super Banana as well. Tower defense an option, Castle defense also an option in not too long. Gold issue. True. It's still doing some work here. Forward tower seems to be going down without Canuck worrying too much about that. Could sell food for gold, could sell wood for gold. Seems to be happy denying the resources with cavalry alone for the time being though. Finally getting a GC on the gold for Canuck. That's going to allow for more gold units production as that town center completes. So the villagers go to gold, not all of them. No relics collected just yet. No more than the middle relics scouted either. Knights once again looking for damage. Can't really find it. So a game that could have been closed out already with the siege push on this TC in the early cast stage is still going on. They're both expanding their economies. Super Banana could probably not build on this terrain, but has gold access somehow. After all, has gold access at home as well. Stone count slowly increasing, still got a while to go there. It has the pikemen now to deal with the Cuban, the Lithuanians cavalry. Bloodlines in, defense in. No extra attack from any relics or blacksmith's upgrades as of yet for Canuck. economic situation comparable, military situation also. Skirmishers added, that's because of the pikemen of the Vietnamese and the fact that the Vietnamese are more likely than not to make ranged units. Okay, you can build on this range, so there's mining camp going up here for Supervillain and Knots. Efficiency could be an issue here with the buildings in between, but gold access is gold access. Siege Workshop hasn't produced a single unit. It's been up for nearly 7 minutes, not producing a single unit. It's the fake Siege Workshop play. Town centers to 2 should give Canuck the equal lead here, especially with the farming economy increasing, horse color coming in just now. And not really too much happening in terms of pushing at this moment, I guess. Castle going up in the middle. So Superman slowly getting ready to push forward here. What quite goes up in the middle though, maybe because of the hill advantage, maybe to deny this relic, but this castle could have definitely been more offensive at this point for Superbellana, especially with the spearmen already here to defend against the small numbers of cavalry from Canuck. The skirmishers not really in large enough mass to deal with the spearmen either. Here comes the defensive castle. Akkal-AOE should be approaching the Imperial Age earlier, yet again, this game, like the previous one. Still got a while to go, but once the castle completes, at least you have the buildings needed, and then there's going to be food gold to get after. What did we do? Why is... Okay, so... Buy this castle, what? Boomer now is Canuck guy. 5th TC coming up here is only going to be 3 for Super Banana. Food situation not really allowing for full 5 TC boom just yet. Not consistently anyway, but 4 TC is producing builders. I mean, you want to have army as well, but of course you want to try and claim an economic lead. It's marginal for the time being for Canuck. Castle is up for Super Banana. If Super Banana gets to Elite Rat Archers here, I feel like the only reasonable response for the Venus would be fully upgraded Paladins or Elite Skirmishers. And to be fair, Elite Skirmisher is already in, but the Elite Rat Archers, beastly unit if you can get to them. It isn't going to be the Ratans just yet. It's going to be the Cavalry Archers for the mobility and to try to claim the map. Also a decent play against a mainly cavalry civilization, which is the Legionnaires. Another building denied at 95.26% from Canuck. That's the town center this time around. Stone-walled the side base here. That's going to keep some raids out, but not Cavalry Archers, no. Thundering coming in, ballistics not so much. Cavalry archery range units also with extra hit points for the Vietnamese. That's why the Cavalry Archers isn't necessarily a bad play in the Castle Age. I don't think Vietnamese get heavy Cavalry Archer. At least they are lacking some core upgrades for them, so they're not viable long term, but surprisingly high hit points advantage in the Castle Age for them, having that 20% extra hit points bonus. Highest hit points Cavalry Archers in the Castle Age in the game. Good spot here. Politics still not in. Maybe no university at all for red just yet. Still doesn't stop Super Banana from getting to raids in and taking out the shore fishers though. Yeah, Ram pushing that castle, not gonna work out for Canuck. Canuck gets to take out some of the pikes with the elite skirmishers though, but the castle obviously stays up. Whoever gets to the Imperial Age first here is going to have a massive advantage in the Trebuchet war. Superman focusing on getting to the Imperial Age now sooner rather than later, because having the hill here is going to make it easy to push this castle, push Canuck off the middle overall, and then just to start pushing further into the side here. Mix of Knights and Knights trying to get some damage in there. They're not able to break through the house walls. Yeah, watch just make it in, but they won't make it out. Ay. What are you supposed to do now? Hide in the corner? No value for these guys. They're going down to the Thousand to Fire of... Oh, just AoE do things. Walls not quite there yet for Canuck, missing one tile, so a couple of Cavalry Archers find their way out, but the Elite Skirmishers are out, so they should be keeping Cavalry Archers away from the Vietnamese player. 20 of them out and about, but Canuck also with nearly as many Skirmishers could split them out as long as the Cavalry Archers are in small groups like this. Skirmishers also struggling to hit here, the moving target, so that's, I guess, an advantage with the Cavalry Archer play. Canuck getting closer to that Imperialist click now. Could sell all the wood cells on stone and just get App to be rid of the castles in the middle here to avoid that rat archer threat. Side Canuck securing some gold here, setting up for another long late game here. If every game goes like this, we're going to be here all day, aren't we? Like, both players so passive here, at least in the early game. They want to set their economies up and dominate in the late game village, in which they're both strong. That's why the previous game lasted so long. But again, this game could have easily been closed out in the early cast stage with just 2 Mangonels and a couple of monks or pikemen here to push down the starting TC of Super Banana before the castle age could even complete. There's nothing to defend against a siege push in the early game. Concentrate on the gold over here, really expanding on the economy, and Canuck getting that earlier in Imperial Age. That's good. So, defensive castles won't be lasting as long for Super Banana. Super Banana just kicked out. It's 2 minutes difference, but that's also 3 castles to 1 at least in the middle. There's 3 castles total for Canuck, so Canuck could produce trebuchets out of several castles. Looks like a wood issue though. Would have to sell food, buy wood to get those trebuchets out. Which is in. Super Banana has the military advantage. Canuck has an eco disadvantage in terms of total villagers, even with all these town centers. Not able to keep up with the villager count of the red player. Trebuchet, obviously, in the queue. From different castles, are they? Only one in the queue. Still going to give one more Trebuchet than the opponent for now, but with situation a bit too low to gain a proper advantage in the Trebuchets fighting here. Trebuchet out, immediately going to attack the closest castle. Second one in the queue as well. That's 2 Trebuchets to 0 for now. Superman having the Vietnamese still could add bomber cannons as well. Lithuanians, I think they get them as well. At least they get fan cannoneers and bomber towers. Units coming in to defend here as well. At castle, at least one castle will be going down here, most likely. I'd love to see Canuck buy another 200 wood for another Trebuchet as well. You need more siege weapons here to really take and win this fight. Only one Trebuchet in queue for Superman and lots of resources in the bank not being spent. Razor coming in to benefit the castles and cavalry archers. I wonder if he knows that Vietnamese don't get heavy cavalry archers. Let's hope so. And one castle down. 2 to go. Canuck managed to get... No relics, so no attack bonus for Elitis. 28 cavalry archers to chase the Elitis, but the Elitis' only task here is to try and take that Trebuchet out to gain the advantage in the Trebuchet war. Will need more elite skirmishers in the middle here. Why are they standing over here? Get your fat asses into the middle and defend against these heavy cavalry archers, which Vietnamese get. So I suppose they're only missing Parthian tactics for those stuff. They're missing some core technology for the cavalry archers for sure. Might be another castle going down. Oh, that is disgustingly close. Look at that. Look at that. 600. What? That castle was down to 4 HP. That's disgusting. That's why I hate the repair mechanic in this game. Disappointing. It still goes down though. That nearly saved that. A couple of more villagers there to repair at the proper time, and you keep it up. Well, who's gonna deal with this trap then? The heavy cavalry archers here are here to defend. No villagers here to repair this castle. Canuck only at 89 villagers. So still massively behind in economy, more resources in the bank for Super Banana, still committing mainly to the cav archers, adding some knights as well, claiming more of the map, more red than blue here over the map in general. Now the trebuchets move over to deal with the last castle, so that at least Super Banana can't commit to the ratted archers. Last castle goes down as well, so Super Banana not really committing to holding the middle here. It's not really that much in the middle other than your starting spots in terms of... I guess there's more wood in the middle that could be contested and you have the elevation advantage, but the real resources to contest are over to the sides. Super Banana in a great spot here. It's like 138 villagers to 100 as well, so gets that economic advantage, claiming more and more of the map. This castle, only a couple of villagers to build that one, should still be fine. Only one villager building that one. Imperial Age defense is in for Canuck, but yeah, manages to take out a couple of trebuchets in fact, but still loses like this as a result as well, and did lose the castle in front here. All of the middle castles have been going down relatively easily here. Cavalier added by the Vietnamese as well as a response to the elite skirmishers of Canuck and heavy cavalries. 32 now in the numbers. They're getting closer and closer to that critical mass. Definitely still gold access here for Canuck for a while longer. Finally getting that university, unless you already had it. Wants to get maybe, I suppose, chemistry for the elite skirmishers, perhaps. Only castle, and still slowly in the back for another castle for Super Banana here. If the Lithuanians weren't such a strong monk civilization, you could consider going more battle elephants with the Vietnamese here as well. Skirmishers numbers dwindling. Elite light is as well, but not benefiting from any relics. Not really making an effort to collect any of the relics here, Canuck, which I feel is a mistake with the Lithuanians. This one has been sitting around here waiting to be collected for a while. Barracks means probably halberdier for the Lithuanians here. They move a little bit faster as a result of the Lithuanian civilization bonus. So, still pretty decent mass of heavy cavalry archers here. Skirmisher numbers struggling a bit. Could be a food issue. Could be a production numbers issue. I mean, a production buildings issue. Not really enough ranges here, artillery ranges here, to produce enough elite skirmishers to keep this mass away. Superman got the death ball rolling here. Could even add bomber cannons at some point, being the Vietnamese here. They have access to that. Canuck losing more and more terrain. Superman still over booming. 143 villagers for this one. I would say good economic sense, but if you make too many villagers, you don't have enough military to close out the game. It's a little bit better than the Rocky Oasis game though now, with a space for about 60 military here as the Cavaliers dive into raid. No elite skirmishers to contest for the time being. Elite light is moving in to try and find some raids, but that's only going to do Superman a favor here, because Superman has resources in the bank. Needs to lose some villagers now to have space for more military, more heavy cavalry archers, more cavaliers perhaps. And there it is. Yeah, the GG called. Canuck down 2-0 now in this best of 7 set. Which means we might see another of Canuck's home maps, KD 200 to 152. That's more than 1,000, or more than 1,000 fewer kills than the previous game. And moving back to the early Castle Age here for a bit. Let's have a look. Take timings here. Let's see here. Canuck way ahead to Castle Age, right? Let's hit the approximate Castle Age time here and have a look at the map. See, at this point, Siege Workshop, I mean, did attempt the tower, almost got the tower up, good tower. But you need the Siege Workshop forward here, need something to push immediately, hitting the Castle Age here. And it's like nothing happening for more than a minute. If you get the Siege Workshop up here immediately and have the villagers at the ready already, you could have 2 Mangonels out by now, push that town center, and maybe Castle Age won't even be a reality for Super Banana here. So hesitant decisions here for Canuck, basically costing him the game for this one, allowing Super Banana to expand, get to the sides, get to the golds, get to the heavy cavalry archers of the Vietnamese, and boom. So small decisions having a huge impact in many games like this. That is the luge down for Canuck. That is the Vietnamese winning that one against the Lithuanians. Meaning we might see Riverina next. Could be a fun one. I did approve for the players to choose the opponent's home maps as well, so you might still see some of the Super Bananas home maps. But for Riverina, I would expect Turks. Strong arena civilization, Spanish also a good contender after Devotion being introduced as a cheap conversion resistance technology. Makes it harder to convert your conquistadors at a low cost. Teutons, contender for Riverina, as is Hindustanis and Portuguese and Byzantines. Lots of good Riverina sims here, to be fair. But let's pull up game number 3. Riverina is Bohemians Turks, a classic matchup. Well, wonder if we want to see some masterpieces again, players docking and moving around. So Canuck with the Bohemians here sort of has the same capabilities as the Turks. Struggling to find the sheep here. That's unfortunate. It's based on the classic arena script, this one. So you'd have to look around for your sheep for a while. Worst case. Sometimes they could spawn outside. Sometimes they don't. And in this case, Super Banana struggling to find the outside sheep. Allowing Canuck to pick them up early. That's a 200 food boost for Canuck. That's why you want to scout outside of your base early on this map. Here comes the dock. That should compensate a little bit, even if it's a wood investment to get it up. The fact that Super Banana went for the stragglers first allows for this dock to be built, and almost for a fishing ship as well. That's not worth the investment, honestly, but it's an option to boost your food economy. Having hesitated a bit to get to the first few sheep. What I was going to say about the Bohemians is that they have the same capabilities as the Turks in terms of a fast Imperial Age play, as they have access to chemistry in the Castle Age. You could resource chemistry while on the way to the Imperial Age and get the same kind of benefits as the Turks getting chemistry instantly in the Imperial Age. They both have strong bomber cannons, Bohemians with the Hofnisse and the Turks with artillery. Unique technology for their bomber cannons, giving the bomber cannons +2 range. So Turks would always outrange the Bohemians Hofnisse, but the Hofnisse have a stronger blast radius and higher damage output overall from a distance. But food boost from the sheep, that's 200 more food for Canuck, facilitates the potential fast Imperial Age play. It also sets back the start for the Turks, but Shore Fishermen at least bring in some bonus food here, and getting the game going after all. Using the TC trick here, at least doesn't kill the boar, so no more food lost in that regard. One player docking, the other doesn't. It's also something to keep in mind for, potential safe fish boom in the back, boosting your food economy. It's a bit more expensive than farms, but it also lasts longer and is faster. So that could facilitate your fast Imperial Age play if that's your intention here. Not committing to the scout fight in the middle. We'll see if either of them goes for scouts in the middle. The 24 population up here. Wait, it's going to be feudal age play for Super Banana. Super Banana going for a transport ship, going for a stable, and I think he wants to transport scouts to the back of Canuck's base. Canuck does not know that there's any kind of docking going on in the back here. So this, sure as heck, is going to catch the player off guard. Does kind of suspect something probably, but this could still be a super fast Castle Age play from the Turks into a castle drop. It's going to be a couple of scouts, so maybe a third scout as well. Oh, 2 scouts. Okay, possibly a misplay. I think even 3 scouts. I think 3 scouts would... Wait, he's walling it. He is walling it. Ah. Oh, that's unfortunate for Super Banana. Not going to get the scouts out in the middle, backside of Canuck's base now, after all. Unless there's a hole there. I don't think there are any holes here. Might need to send some builders over to get the tower up to find some kind of way to break in here. It's a long travel for the transport ship as well. In the meantime, Canuck is on the way to the castle age here. Going to drop that forward castle and use the Hussite wagons to maybe make for a shorter game than the previous ones we've seen here. Trying to hide away the transport. It's funny, but it's already walled in the back, so shouldn't be any issues here. Unless there's a hole, but I don't think there is. Yeah. You shall not pass. With that said, Super Banana doesn't overcommit. Still has the scout in the middle. Got some presence in the middle here as well. And with whenever Super Banana reaches the castle age, that's also going to be... instant light cavalry for the Turks. Giving you an opportunity to more fluently take the fight against Canuck's scout. Now! The scouts would have really been needed in the middle here, though. Could queue some more, I guess, but Castle Age is in. Super Banana scouting for the villagers. No more scouts in production. So in hindsight, maybe a couple more scouts at home would be very helpful in the middle here as well. Could actually help deny this forward castle, which Super Banana doesn't even see. Is scouting near the walls to see if there are any villagers moving out, but they have already moved out to this side. Good castle as well, denying 2 golds and a stone. If it had been on the walls here, it would even deny the main gold of Super Banana, and Super Banana would be fucked, to say the least. Castle completes. Another scout has been added. That's 4... Oh. Lost a scout to Canuck, apparently. 2 scouts. The castle now going up for Canuck. Bohemians going to produce the Hussite wagons soon enough. They're essentially like the new organ guns at this point. They received quite a few tweaks, but they're doing alright. Chemistry being researched as well. So going to be Hussite wagon and cannoneer push here by the looks of it, with a forward archery range going up. Scouts staying close to the relic just in case Canuck tries to easily collect some of them. But with the Hussite wagons now moving out, it's going to deny the Turks completely of gold. Which is really bad news for Super Banana until the castle age can be reached and a castle afforded at home base. Off gold now. Completely for Super Banana. Unfortunately, no available golds to this side. You'd have to sneak all the way around to get to either of these golds if we're going to have gold access at all here for the Turks. Really tough situation for the Turks. You know, Turks so dependent upon the gold. Their trash units, their non-gold costing units aren't anything particular. They don't get elite structure, they don't get pikemen. And now committing a lot of builders to that defensive castle. Hussite wagon might still get some kills here, but not going to deny that. Only one Hussite wagon added as well now. A hand cannoneer pops out as well. Should not be enough to deny this castle. Neither of these units are particularly accurate. You could still move around and find an opening on this side, or make an opening on this side with the hand cannoneers and the Hussite wagons. Or you could just stabilize your economy and aim for the Imperial Age again. Super Banana committing to the Feudal Age push is further behind in all aspects here. Had to commit to the defensive tower and castle as well with 10 villagers on stone at some point. Landing did nothing for the Turks player. Didn't happen early enough, I guess. Now adding light cap to try and punish this push. Alex still able to deny this goal with the forward units over here. Hand cannoneers out of 2 ranges now, which means that the town center production could suffer. It's a 1 town center play, forward siege workshop coming up now as well, also collecting the relics, at least a few of them, as Super Banana still has scouts close to most of the relics on the map. Needs siege weapons though, needs bomber cannons or trebuchets here to deal with that defensive castle. But now moving to the right hand side, I like that. Should be able to find an opening here, should be able to deny the stone income over here as well, which would disallow Super Banana from selling stone for gold income as well. This would have to sell wood or food to have gold access at all if this keeps up. Spearman added. Extra bonus damage for those being Bohemian as well, I believe. And to allow for more relics collection for the monks coming in from home base over here. Making an opening through the house, lots of hand cannoneers now. This is like seeing a Turks fast Imperial Age play, but in the Castle Age instead. Can't say I've seen massed hand cannoneers in Castle Age all that much, but I guess against Turks it works because the Turks only have standard skirmishers, not even elite skirmishers in the Castle Age, so that would be one of your potential responses to hand cannoneers in general, because they have the archer class armor. Definitely in for a quicker game than the earlier ones here. Another forward castle going up. It barely ranges the gold of Super Banana, but definitely keeps Super Banana stuck at home base. The only place you could possibly land with units are on this side, in which case you'd have to kind of push through with towers or something. We've seen a dungeon landing on this map in a different series. So there's that. Here comes a Mangonel. Mangonel, good. Get a great hit in on the hand cannoneers here. Huge hit. They don't particularly die. They have the first defense, but the castle also doesn't get to complete just yet, as the Mangonel needs to push away. Will stay close to this castle foundation, not allowing the villagers to get the final hits in on this structure. Good attack round there, but not good enough. Hand cannoneers still alive. No production whatsoever for Canuck at this point. Too focused on the micromanagement of villagers and hand cannoneers here, but still keeping the Turks at home base here. Might deny the stone here. We'll see when the castle completes what's going to happen here. Imperial Age also on the way, so definitely going to be an Imperial Age into GG here. There's nothing the Turks could do about it. Almost gets the castle foundation sniped even. Hand cannoneers could move over here now, and this castle gets completely denied. I think that was... yeah, had to buy stone for that castle even for Super Banana. That's 2 castles and no resources to use for them. Why aren't the hand cannoneers moving closer here though? Why aren't the hand cannoneers moving over here? They could easily deny this castle foundation. Easily. I mean, Canuck definitely in a dominating position, but this castle should never go up. Never be allowed to go up at that spot. Sort of buys Super Banana an opportunity to get back into the game, but they're still off gold. And Bohemians more than halfway to the Imperial Age. Maybe that's why Canuck doesn't bother too much about it here. 2 castles to take down 1 Mangonel. But once the Imperial Age kicks in here, I'm not really seeing any reason for Super Banana to keep going on here. 3 relics for Canucks as well, for Canuck, so Super Banana can't really benefit from any relic gold. This gold is denied by military and units. Trying to move out now, which is, in a sense, the correct approach. But where would you go? Would you go mine this gold right outside your opponent's base? That's a town center going out there. Okay, town center to the side, not horrible. But with the Imperial Age kicking in, of course, the GG is a fact. And Canuck, having suspected the landing play, successfully walled out before the transport ship could enter, and proceeded to uninterruptedly push from the Castle Age onwards, with mainly hand cannoneers and one husband wagon, eventually reaching the Imperial Age at the 30-minute mark, bringing home the win on Riverina. First win for Canuck in this series, 22-9 KD, but look at the resource disposition here. Real unfortunate for Super Banana. Let's have a look at the very beginning of the game because of the resource disposition here. Sheep, just one tile out there. So, of course, unfortunate for Super Banana to not have those scouted. But they're there. They're not that far away from the TC. And there are a couple of ones outside the walls as well. 4 outside of the walls of Canuck. So, to be fair, if Super Banana had moved straight to the other side, could easily snag 4 sheep as well. So it's risky for the wolf. I don't think this is particularly unfair for either of them. Sheep also spawning in the back for Canuck. Also housing the berries, funnily enough. But if anything, it's actually a worse generation for Canuck with the sheep spawn because they're outside. Gold spawn's a little bit more fortunate though, not spawning in the same location, but the 2 secondary golds really forward here, also easily denied by the Turks if the pressure is put correctly or placed correctly. So not too much to speak of in terms of economic score here. Canuck comfortably ahead, of course never contested at home base. Only player to reach the Imperial Age. And taking the first win in this set with the Turks going down to the Bohemians. Riverina. We'll see Island Hideout, Siberia, or Blue Deal next. That is the options at Super Banana's disposal still. With a 2-1 lead here, so could still bring this at home. Let's go for game 4 and see what they bring us for that one. It's going to be Siberia, indeed. That should favor early feudal age aggression, so whoever has got the better scouts build order going should be in a good spot here. Mongols, not banned off this series, so Canuck gets the Mongols for this map. It's the jackpot if you look at all of the hunts around this map. If you zoom out and double click a deer, see that there's 115 deer on this map. That's 16,000 foods to be grabbed by Canuck. It's not a live cast, so Shakuni match probably won't work. But the players are in the 1200, low 1200s elo range. I can say that much. Mongols here will want to mill or push the deer to boost the early game. Super Banana doesn't seem to believe in deer pushing, but being the Japanese, you could easily afford a couple of mills here and there to collect the hunt anyway, because the resource drop sites for the Japanese cost less overall. Players spawn far apart, but as you can see, I believe you can't build in this niche here, so your town center will always be exposed. That's why you have lots of golds and stones at your disposal close to home base, but you'd have to defend that with military or towers. Otherwise, you'd be exposed to ranged units from your opponents. So eventually, you'll need to move out to collect resources across the map as well. These players have proven to be relatively passive, though, in the early stages of the match. They seem to not like Feudal Age aggression all that much and rather close out the game in the Imperial Age. There's the mill from the Japanese, 50 wood for that one, as opposed to the 100 for the generic ones. Food count already there for the Mongols. That's a 19 population up. Canuck going for the early scout build here. Did not drop the barracks yet, but is taking the stragglers. Did just complete the barracks and nearly there with the wood needed for the stable as well. Oh, Superman tries to get the barracks up as well, but gets obstructed by a wolf. And still got 40-something seconds to go for the next age here. Canuck with lots of food in the bank. Will have even more with the villagers here. Could even pull off a fast castle behind a few scouts here without much hassle. The stable being built with 3 villagers should complete well ahead of whatever the Japanese player has in mind here. Getting the walls up, of course, but those are incredibly ambitious walls against the Mongols scouts soon to arrive here. To be fair, Canuck did lose the starting scout, but yeah, use 8 scouts out of 1 stable here, because why not? Might have benefited from a great King Pat strategy approach here instead and have the double stables immediately. That's what he did for the bracket 2 finals. That would be GKP playing the double stable scouts on not just this map, but several maps in the bracket 2 of this tournament. Extensive walling here. Japanese may be hoping to defend and just get away towards the castle age here. Lot of committing those builders though. Look at the worker efficiency, it's down to less than 50%. These walls are so greedy, you should never, ever, ever get away with these. Especially not with scouts at play. So Canuck being too passive here, waiting for the scouts numbers before engaging. Allowing Super Banana to complete the walls at home base and NPL style walling here, covering 25% of the map already. Now freely able to get another patch of hunt. That should boost the food income. 1 builder on gold as well, 1 on stone. Could be a miss. Yeah, didn't intend to. Don't think they intended to go on stone here. It's just a result of the mining camp being built and the villager going to the closest resource. 5 scouts out, but no way to get inside of Super Banana space. However, walling this far out makes it a lot more awkward to quick wall behind as well. Would actually maybe give the scouts time to enter. Still only 1 stable producing, but 6 scouts out and about, and that's lots of builders' time being committed to defending against the scouts here. Run forward for Super Banana. Doesn't really have a lot of scouting intel on the blue side, but basically doesn't need it at this point either. Knows that the scouts are at work here. Really get in though, 8 scouts behind in builders due to some idle town center time behind all of this. Could be food struggles because of the scouts production, food running out and the food not being brought in quickly enough. Has wall in the woodlands in the back here to keep some of the economy safe in that regard. Seeded lots of farms as well. Strictly not needed with the Mongols at this point with all of the hunt you could still take. I mean, just place a mill here, that's almost 1000 free food for you. Scouts might be able to find a point of entry. Oh, there's a builder here too. Wall behind, and look at that! Super Banana is basically playing hunts at this point. 145 population space. House walls everywhere to keep the scouts out. That's lots of wood going down into the houses here, but it keeps the aggression out. Seems fine, man. Which means we'll have another game, possibly going into the late game here. Somehow, Canuck is able to get the resources for Castle Age first here, after all. Got the scouts, could upgrade those to light cab in the Castle Age for added attack and units value. Also makes sure to dodge the spearman here, so Superman invested into several spearmen here. No upgrades on the scouts, but they kind of have the numbers now to justify taking fights against single spearmen. Market for Super Banana could sell stone. Did already collect 100 stone. Maybe it's intentional. Maybe Super Banana long term is thinking about Castle and Mangodai here. Mangodai, I say. Samurai, I mean. It's the Mongols getting the Mangodai, but the Mongols just now going to stone. So, thinking about the Mangodai for the Castle Age play here, the Woodlands definitely exposed to ranged fire as it stands. But no success with the scouts, as we'll toggle the fast forward for a bit and wait for the next wave of attacks to happen. No Eco KD. 6 units lost for Canuck. That would be mainly scouts, maybe 1 spearman, but well ahead of the Castle Age here. Once again has the opportunity to move forward and push with Siege. Night Siege could be good in the Castle Age here. Night Scorpion even. To keep the Spearmen away. But the Scouts won't quite make it in here. Super Banana. Close to the resources needed for Castle Age now. Still needs 200 more food. While Canuck has 20 seconds to go for the Castle Age. I believe Superman got away with these walls like that. Mix of knights and camels for Canuck, because why not? Still will struggle to get through. Siege forward would be the best way to go to break the walls and close the game off here. 3 rangers for the Japanese. It's going to be the Japanese cavalry archers. Super Banana seems to enjoy the cavalry archers play. Did play them with the Vietnamese earlier as well. But Canuck finally wants to find a way in. Yeah, maybe not forward siege, but the forward castle will also do the trick right on the woodland, also denying one of the golds. Gold not being a big deal here because there's gold around the starting town center as well. Castle Age only 15 seconds away for Super Banana now. Now committing to the stone walls. Does not want the cavalry to get into raid. And basically making IKEA Arena out of the home base here. Committing the full lengths of stone walls here. I think the castle might still range the stone walls though, so the castle fire could provide a point of entry, or you could make some petards and blow your way through the walls. We'll find a new way through here. Does find first villager plot of the game go and finds the weak spot of the lumber camp as well. Will he get through in time? Stonewall going behind that one as well. Needs another tile over here. Otherwise the cavalry will get through. Looks like you can't really build on that terrain, so Canuck will get through. Still no defense upgrades on the cavalry, but has multiplies at least, so that's the hit points increase. Super Banana going for pikemen now, abandoning the idea of the cavalry archers, but that's a lot of wood gone to waste in that regard. Pikemen and squires in the queue here, but no infantry upgrades on those. Knights easily countering pikes in this scenario. Mangonai being added as well, so some ranged units to meddle in here, could hit the woodlands, spread out, use their range. Wood could become an issue for Super Banana here, because of the raiding potential of the Mangodai. Should be a conversion. No escaping that one for the blue one. Except for possibly deleting it, that is. on wood line, off limit. Super Banana only with 7 on wood now. That's over at this town center. 3 tasks the villagers to get to work, but 5 equal kills for Canuck now. Canuck looking to even this one out to a 2-2 here with this strong Castle Age pressure now. Losing some knights to pikemen, not ideal there. Getting devotion to try and resist conversions bit more efficiently. Still no upgrades on the knights. Why commit to so many knights without getting at least the defense upgrades for them? They would withstand a lot more town center fire and pikeman hits if so. Some things are easy to forget in the heat of the moment as well, of course. Still not taking the hunt here, not capitalizing on that great Mongols bonus. So many patches of hunt to be taken across the map here would limit the need for farms for a long while. Super Banana moving out to try and find... He's going for a stone. Where is he going? Town center on this side. Okay, so thinking about defensive towers or castles. Now some light cavalry mixed in for the Mongols as well. Make sure that the are being used to produce Magnite. Queuing up as well. They really shine in the late Imperial Age, especially with Bracer and all that jazz in Imperial Age. The Mongols get drill for their siege weapons as well, so they can move a lot faster and push with, especially their drill siege traps, perhaps to take out the opponent's buildings. Canuck with full map control here. Does not allow Super Banana to go anywhere except maybe the stone over here, which isn't that big of a deal, even though it means a defensive castle will be going up at some point. Not sure where that would be. Maybe it needs to be in this direction, like far in the back to be safe from the cavalry movement of the Mongols here. Defensive castle. It could be denied by Mangudai, to be honest. The Mangudai mass is large enough now. They have Bodkin as well. So if Galaxist is going up in time, could deny that castle. Also moves in. We'll be getting some decent trades in. Monks trying to get conversions here. Cavalry archers defending against the Mangudai as well. But that castle will complete for Super Banana. And once again, we're setting up for a game that won't close out in the Imperial Age. We'll be fighting on and fighting on for the Imperial Age. Victory for either of these players, I think. Casting completes. Monks go down as well. All the monks go down for Super Banana. Score pretty much dead even here. Their economy is very similar. Super Banana has more military, but yeah, and invested more gold into it as well. Cavalry archers and pikes at this point. Help cavalry archer, not a bad combination long term. And also a means to keep up with the mobility of the Mongols Mangudai to some extent. So movement speed, they should be quite similar. But Mongols need a castle to produce the Mangudai. Japanese only need their archery ranges. The vast unit slowly creeping up across the map now. Canuck not with enough vision here to see that town center going up. So lots of blue on the map, more blue expanding than red for the time being. Secure the gold over here as well. Cavalry archers moving into raid. Or just to stand and look and do nothing. Yep. Yep. Value, for sure. Get parting tactics yet? No. 5 builders down, Super Banana with Or 4 villagers down, I guess. Good value. Canuck, however, much closer to the Imperial Age here, does not commit. Commits to camels, no, cancels them. Buys Imperial Age. That's the approach here. That's a good approach here. Gonna kick the Imperial Age and start trapping down the defensive castle of Super Banana so that the base can yet again be pressured from this angle. Castle for Super Banana, not necessarily going to stay up long given the end of the game here. 2 minutes go for the Imperial for Canuck. Still low on wood though, with Trebuchet's production in mind, and now with Cavalry Archers moving in to potentially raid the resource income of Canuck as well. This raid timing is great for Super Banana. If Super Banana denies the wood income, that is already low at this point. And Canuck is going to struggle to get any trebuchets out, and Super Banana in the meantime could tweak the resources to go to the Imperial Age and contest the trebuchet war after all. Canuck trying for another castle over at this angle though. How many villagers committing to that one? That's going to be about 7 of them, not even trying to hide them away. Cavalry Archers could get trapped here though. They shouldn't be going anywhere. One tile of palisade here for Canuck, and the Cavalry Archer mass on Super Banana. That's almost all of them. Gonna go down inside of the base here. They did find value. They did get some villagers, but in the end they're going to take larger losses than gains from this push over here. Finding a point, firing at some of the camels, but monks here to heal up the attacking units, and camels to sandwich in this, the Cavalry Archers there with Mangadai fighting from behind. The Imperial Age is in. A second castle popping up. One trebuchet. No trebuchets. Yeah, those trebuchets good. No. Please. Imperial Age not giving Canuck much as of yet. Needs those trebuchets good. Needs to get rid of those defensive castles on Super Banana as another castle goes down over here. There's only one villager collecting this gold. Not a big deal. There's gold access over here. It's just that Canuck isn't really collecting that much of it. Ah, found gold over here as well. That's good. But where are the siege weapons? Okay, one trebuchet popping out here. Mangadai is still alive. They should move over here to be ready to defend the attacking trebuchet over here. Town center on stone for Super Banana. Wants to get more town centers out. Imperial Age still 50 seconds away. First trebuchet ready, but not pushing just yet. Kind of makes sense, as you'll want more siege weapons to push the castles down more quickly. More resources in the bank for Super Banana. Hasn't really been committing all that much. Is now getting into Elite Skirmisher. Should be able to afford Bracer once Imperial kicks in as well. It's a necessary upgrade to get to contest the Mangadai now. Stone walls over 1/3 of the map for Canuck here, but struggling against the Siberian wolves here. That's definitely making walling harder, and the light cavalry refusing to help out over here. That's funny. First trebuchet out, builders going to try to commit the repairs. The camels could dive in and deny that. Yeah, Super Banana doesn't even want to attempt it at this point. Only one trebuchet though. Super Banana also not making trebuchets here, going into halberdier. Japanese halberdiers, they attack faster as well, so that should be the death of those camels for sure. another castle top side, close to the goal. I don't think Superman knows about that goal. Actually, decent scouting here across the map, but Canuck also keeping home base safe. Look at the economy though, 68 to 130. Super Banana has definitely recovered here, economically speaking, and is creeping to the sides of the map where resources are indeed approachable. Not the perfect counter play to Halberdier and Cavalier as well. Or to Magadai and Camel. Got the Halberdiers against essentially both of them, and the elite skirmishers to deal with the Magadai from a distance as well. A bit of a hesitant pushing from Canuck here after the initial scouts failed. Tough to recover from that. Will get a castle up on this side. Or maybe not, actually. I guess one trebuchet from Super Banana over here in this castle gets stopped. There's not much to stop that from completing. No mining camp here for the gold miners. I guess replenishing them has been neglected by Canuck from now, so that's not very efficient. Yet another town center as Super Banana once again to the point of overboom here. 140 villagers, only trash units, which means that gold is being conserved here. Could get Kataraputo trebs with the Japanese, the trebuchets that instantly pack and unpack. Let's actually have a quick look and see if it's researched. Not yet. And Mongols castles at risk of going down now, which limits the Mangodai play quite a lot. 4 castles total for Canuck, not really producing any Mangodai, now gone into Hussar at a 24 farmers economy only. That's not going to give you a lot of Hussars, and Super Banana with the Japanese halberdiers should have no problem keeping those away either. Castle goes down, at least one of them. This castle, I guess it protects this gold, so that needs to go down for Canuck as well. Super Banana might go to contest that one. Moves in with the halberdiers, has the elite skirmishes as well. Could be the death of quite a few Mangodai here, and they don't even have Bracer at this point, even after having been in Imperial Age for so long. Maybe Canuck has forgotten about it. So splitting the map in half now. Gold access for both players still readily available. And full on trash for the Japanese. Conserving that gold today. They're conserving for siege weapons perhaps. Facing some small Mongols Hussar raids here. Highest hit points Hussar in the game probably. 118. It's one of their bonuses as well. Now range is going up. Elite skirmishers for Canuck as well wants to try and I guess match the elite skirmishers of the Japanese. Super Banana with a convincing score lead now. A bit low on food. To be honest, at this current moment it might make sense for Super Banana just to go into Arbalests here. Arbalests and halberdiers, or even Arbalests and elite skirmishers here. Arbalests and siege weapons forward. Canuck doesn't really have the economy to spam enough skirmishers to survive huge amounts of Arbalests here. Super Banana lost some villagers here. That's, again, it's just doing him a favor. Did have 140 villagers. That's plenty. Isn't re-queuing any for the time being. As a castle goes down in the middle now, would allow for some trebuchets to be produced here and deal with the production buildings of Canuck. Surprising that this castle is allowed to stay up for for Canuck over here. There's nothing here to protect that one. Could easily push that with some kind of siege advance. There's lots of things to focus on here. This forward castle now ready to produce. Expect to see some trebuchets. Okay, they're joining in from over here. A quick look for the unique tech upgrade again, but it's not there. Only 15 on wood for Canuck now. Maybe feeling the impact of the raids at home base here. This guy alone has killed 17 eco units. That's one hero. Sorry if I've ever seen it. It's about to get his 18th kill almost. Kataraputo for the Japanese. Finally, it's kicking in. Means that the traps can instantly unpack. Or pack. Look at that. Yeah, once that tech is in, it's not in quite yet. Starting TC goes down, Canuck losing a lot of the farming economy here. Has some working down south here as well. I'm not sure about Super Banana scouting to this angle. Doesn't really know about the blue expansion over here. Immediately tries to rebuild that one. That doesn't seem right with all the trebuchets at work here. Halberdiers not able to get to the hussars easily. That's going to be 2 trebuchets going down. For okay, there's only one going down. It's fair. And Trebs immediately firing at that new town center, of course. Canuck taking losses. More and more. Is facing 4 times the military size. Even if that's mainly trash units, it's still a lot to handle. And the cavalry archer now production in effect again for the red player. Making the range even more raids even more dangerous here. There's even an opening to enter here. We can't really stonewall on the lake here. Just trapping down any town center's expansion here with the Kataraputo traps. Going to be rid of some of the farms as well. There are some trebuchets for Canuck as well. 3 trebuchets in fact, but there's not that much to protect those. Barely any military for Canuck now. 18 military to 14 here, and Canuck is behind in the economy as well. It's beginning to look a lot like a 3-1 here for Super Banana, unless something spectacular happens from the blue player's side. Did get some raids in, 48 equal kills, but not enough to offset the position that Super Banana currently is in. That's a 3-1 for Super Banana, and we move into a potential decider game. Poor Canuck. That was a tough one. Some incredibly ambitious walling early on from Super Banana over here. See that? Should never be allowed to do that against Mongols on a map like this. Scouts never got in. Scouts never had a chance there, unfortunately. Military score speaks volumes here as well. Japanese in the military lead from mid-late Castle Age onwards here. Even if it's mainly trash units, it's still, something to keep the opponent busy and frees up your economy to get that over boom going again. Massive eco difference there in the end. That's a 3-1. And Super Banana taking Siberia. Could lead us to Scimitar as the next one for Canuck. Let's just make sure to cross out the spent civilizations again. Japanese winning against the Mongols. Match point. Super Banana. Super Banana. And Canuck also free to pick one of the home maps of Super Banana as well. We'll see what happens. It's indeed Scimitar. A dish for Super Banana. This is Scimitar. As you can see from the shape of the map, that's what they're supposed to picture. Deep fish galore in both sides of the map here, which would suggest some battle for naval control. These patches here are intentional. They will allow you to dock near the deep end. Of course, if you are docking there and stay there with some shore fisher villagers or your fishing ships, you're always going to be exposed to enemy demolition ships or rafts. So sometimes you see the players docking close, sometimes you can even see them docking in the middle for more vision overall, and sometimes you even don't see them docking at all, because this is also kind of like a Highlands style map, it's just that the crossing is a lot larger. So you could get away with only land aggression as well. I've seen it work. But you'd be missing out a lot if you're not going for the fish here. Lots of shore fish and deep fish to be collected. Looks like the woodland disposition here allows for an easier wall for Canuck here. Just a few tiles in the back, here in the front, some here, and to the edge. Just looking for the sheep. A couple of sheep over here, a couple of sheep over here. For the red player. Yeah, scouting a bit with the sheep, or spawning pretty far out as well. Could be risky if you don't have loom. But still doable. Did find stray sheep in the back there as well, so... Missed them by one tile! That's unfortunate. I bet Canuck wishes into Mongol scouting bonus for this game as well. Missing the sheep by just that tiny square. Canuck needs to take 3 games in a row to win this final. It's gonna be a tough one. Juicy woodland up top. Great tiles on their spot for later as well. And here goes the first dock of Super Banana. It's kind of in the middle here, not too far out, not too close to the land. But I quite like that. It actually makes it more, or no, it makes it more hidden, less intuitive for the opponent to scout, who will probably be scouting the shorelines, maybe even up over here. We'll speed it up a little bit though. Byzantines faster, fire galleys. And going for the far away dock here, going closer to the deep fish. Good approach. And Super Banana with the Spanish. Must have more like conquistadors in mind, I think. Conquistadors and donkey monks. Monkistadors. The missionaries. Population's on the way. It's going to be a 30 population. Canuck is up well ahead. Going for a galley. And going for the wall off at home. Both falling off extensively at home. Not going to let any early raids in. Galley now moving out to scout. Is also being followed by Super Banana. Scout, which could, in theory, take it out. So no deep docking here on this side for Super Banana. It's up top. Got 5 fish, 1 more fish than Canuck. Canuck will need to move a lot further to find actual damage. And in the meantime, the Spanish fire... This is backwards. Byzantines going for the galleys and Spanish going for the fire galleys. Should be the other way around. Because Byzantines have faster firing fire galleys. But it is what it is. Canuck desperately scouting for that dock placement of Super Banana. At least will be confirming very shortly that the dock has indeed been placed, as the fire galley of Super Banana attacks the galley and takes most of its hit points away. Second dock. So Canuck wants to contest the waters here, emphasizing the importance of the fish food income, if you look at the deep fish situation here, that is 5,000 food to be taken, and the shore fish as well, 20,000. So it's 25,000 food. That's quite a few farms, considering a Dark Age farm has like, how much? 150, 200 food. Really delays your need for farms. Super banana. 2 minutes 20 to go for the castle age here, which means that we are going to see a castle and conquistadors, and Canuck would have a massive difficulty defending against conquistadors on land, unless he completely wins water and defends the crossing with ships and demolition ships, so that the conquistadors can't get over to the other side. But it doesn't look like this. There's 2 docks for Canuck. There's some fish food income, but the galleys aren't really doing too much here. Has to flee. We'll try to get some repairs in, perhaps. Scout chasing the fire galley as well. Fire galley versus fire galley, that's at least a fight that Canuck should win. But taking some hits from the scout, that's really a useful scout from Super Banana. Takes the hit points off the fast firing fire galley. And down they go. But the Spanish civilization so far, keeping the Byzantines away like that. Slight eco disadvantage, but massive lead going into the Castle Age. At least almost 1.5 minutes ahead. So another few fire galleys. Scout has found a way over to the other side now for Super Banana. It's no obvious point of entry here. I wonder if Super Banana is sending all of the villagers forward. That's 8 Spanish villagers moving over. And there's not much Canuck can do to stop that. Has the demolition rafts in the making, but the villagers will cross. The fire galley is here. But that's just chasing a few of the villagers. That's 8 villagers total. He knows what's coming. He would maybe send a demolition ship onto them. But I don't think this castle can be denied. Wait, there could be a counter castle actually. There's enough stone for a counter castle here. Which, yeah, should be going up in that direction. Instant reaction, indeed. But won't have the range to stop this from going up, I don't think. Villagers also immediately going to produce more resources once they complete. The fish food income is being taken out by Super Banana, so Canuck has had some luck winning the water here, which will delay some conquistadors moving forward, but the first few should still be able to be produced. And they could definitely hit the exposed land and find a point of entry in topside here, even through the stronger Byzantine buildings. Still only 4 fish for Canuck. Canuck has won the water now, is docking up top as well, so going to commit to more fish up here. I like how Super Banana hasn't overcommitted to water at all though. There's not much help in winning water if you can't defend at homeland and have no way of expanding your economy on land, because then you'll only be bringing in fish food and you can't really use that for much production if you don't control the land for military production buildings. I think that's only 1 fire ship. That should not be enough to clean up 3 Byzantine fire galleys. So all the forward villagers going down here is going to make it difficult to get the second defensive castle up. So other players on this map, they made an effort to completely deny wood of the other player, making it impossible to focus on naval armies. And yeah, so you can do that with forward castles here, but to be fair, the woodlands of Canuck are pretty good here, all things considered. Now, reballing topside finds the gap in the woodline over here. Going to let any conquistadors enter from that angle. Cataphracts, that's a puzzling one to me, but I guess just making use of what military production buildings you have. Lions never gonna catch up, is he? Oh, conquistadors find the gate, get one villager, but it's going to take them a long time to break through this gate. Monk being brought up as well, but instant reaction for Super Banana. Monk not going to get a conversion this time around. Now the castle for Canuck, defending against the Conquistadors for now. Did commit heavily to stone to get that one up, but also has the much cheaper Imperial Age. Shouldn't be any big deal pushing the castles away here with that cheaper Byzantine Imperial Age. It's not lacking much to get there. Gets the forward villagers as well. Did get all of the fishing ships of Super Banana. Only 3 conquistadors on the field for Super Banana, so this is in many ways a failed Spanish play here. I'm going to try and find the fish. I think this is a smart move. Try to look for some kind of economy you could raid. Sees the 2 docks down here. It's obviously a dangerous terrain to enter, considering there could be demolition rafts or ships on the water around here, but the conquistadors should make quick work of any units on the water here if they choose to attack. Something Super Banana doesn't seem to want to be doing. There we go. Doesn't seem to worry too much about the galley here. It's only 1 galley after all. Demo coming though. Demo's in production. And even the war galley upgrade for demolition ships to be researched. That's all the fish down though. The stock finally completing for Canuck, which will extend the fish economy to the top side here. Bongs coming to convert. Might as well delete those for Super Banana. But devotion is in, so it's easier to get away with the units. And boom! Conversion is in. And Demo takes the last few conquistadors. Down they go. Great hit there. Another one. Rep. Conquistador numbers. Third town center for Super Banana, extending the farming economy, has struggled with idle TC time due to the fish going down and the food count being super low for a while. Canuck now going Imperial Age seems to be in good control of things on their last home map here. Hello Crazy Joe, welcome in. For the bracket 4 final of Akkal's autumn action, it's 3-1 for Super Banana for now, but Canuck looks in decent control of this game. As Super Banana wants to attempt a redock. Demolition ship numbers increasing, that would also be a way to control the middle, just patrol demolition ships around and just keep an eye out so that Super Banana isn't allowed to cross anytime. Castle is taking some fire. Imperial Age now 1 minute away for Canuck. Super Banana has barely done any damage. Did manage to get some eco kills. And Canuck doesn't seem interested to reproduce the fish at this time. Village is in. Are we seeing the traps? We're seeing plenty. Oh, 2 traps in 1 castle. Classic. Unfortunate mistake there. Or maybe intentional because it's closer to this one. But that Spanish castle should be a goner. Super Banana once again has the higher broom, the better broom here. Has gold access, has stone access, has access to everything. Except for water resources, as Canuck is slowly increasing the naval military advantage here. So that castle won't be staying up for long, no. Oh. Doesn't look at the naval RVC. Canuck loses 3 more galleys for nothing as the cataphracts move in will deal with this fire ship. There's only... No, there are 2 docks for Super Banana. Super Banana still has a chance to get back on water here. Demolition ship could easily deal with that monk. That's Canuck's idea. Specifically, will I get it? No. Uh-oh. That's huge value for Super Banana, as the demolition ship will take out yet another galley. Possibly. No. It's gonna be reconverted. So close, but so far. Could have been 2 dead villagers. But no. Overcastle going down. Super Banana losing all the presence on Canuck's side now. Cataphract numbers increasing for Canuck. I'll try to get some raids in perhaps. Still has a converted conquistadors here as well. A drop on being added, but that won't really range match. Maybe this mining camp, maybe this dock over here. As the demolition, the converted demolition raft no less, takes out that 1 fish. And Super Banana soon has nowhere to go. Slowly gets pushed by cataphracts on land. Fast fire ship coming in for the Byzantines as well. Will make even quicker work on the dock over here. Maybe not the upgrade that should be prioritized at this point. Trombones being added, not a bad one. Mechs could do damage to groups of units on water, trying to pass. Now Imperial Age coming in for Super Banana as well. But what's that Imperial Age gonna give? Might want to go into some block printing monks to convert the cataphracts at a larger distance. Stone walls going up. Super Banana seems to be loving those. But won't be getting anywhere anytime soon, as Canuck now moves out with a sizable amount of villagers to get a forward castle down somewhere to start contesting this Spanish castle up on the hill. I'm not sure where this castle is gonna go. Here maybe? All docks dealt with. Still no fish to be seen. Why emphasize so much on water if you're not going to benefit from it by making fishing ships? That's something I'll never understand. Castle could be going down on this side as well. Would allow the cataphracts to break through. There it is. Cataphracts trying to break through the walls here, not gonna happen anytime soon. The monks could maybe slow the castle from completing, but they're not going to deny it completely. No block printing for the monks just yet. Lots of food and gold in the bank. Super Banana could even almost afford Paladin here, which might be a way to deal with the Cataphracts. So with the fish food income now, Canuck would maybe already be able to afford elite Cataphracts, but relying on the farming for now. Too many things to think about. Forward barracks coming up here, kind of a halb siege push to be coming in, perhaps. Trebuchets from the shoreline over here, and the one and only defensive castle of Super Banana also going to go down relatively easily on top there. Or trebuchets pushing. And castle in a spot that makes it tough to commit to repairs as well. Canuck 4 times the military of Super Banana now. Villagers, unless Super Banana gets supremacy here, which isn't researchable anymore, then Canuck is going to be triumphant in this matchup. So right through the Conquistador's plan, took out the food income for easy of the fish for easy Conquistador's production, and is now about to break through and raid with whooping 24 Cataphracts that don't have Logistica yet, but will still do decent enough damage. Well, defensive castle in the back. Super Banana is not one to give up lightly here. Takes the gold top side as well. So where coastal golds are, it's near the shoreline over here, so it makes it even more important to win the water and control the crossings. Big house should not keep these traps out. They aren't too accurate here, but could be making the opening soon enough for the Cataphracts to move in and properly raid the economy here. Yes, there are some paladins here. Pikeman upgrade coming in as well, but Super Banana nowhere near the numbers needed to contest the power of the Byzantines at this point. Monks trying to get some conversions in. Quick healing rate from the monks here as well, but not quick enough. 3 monks going down to 1 scout over there. So Canuck can keep pushing from this hill. Doesn't see the castle in the back just yet, but will still have the elevation advantage for the trebuchets to quickly take out this castle as well. Have paladin numbers. They're now getting blast furnace. They're getting close to the numbers needed, but they're still outnumbered by the Cataphracts, and the halberdiers are already being added by the Byzantines, being cheaper as well as their civilization bonus. The fighting spirit is certainly there. I mean, the paladins might be better off moving over to raid to create a distraction here, because the halberdiers in front will be focusing them down anyway. Cataphracts taking the fight here. They don't have the unique tech yet for the area damage, so not a great fight there against the almost fully upgraded Spanish paladins, but the last defensive castle also goes down. The halberdiers are here to eat the paladins alive as they get closer. And soon enough, Super Banana has nowhere to go as the castle comes up on the hill as well, further confining Super Banana to home base. The rest collect is disturbingly similar given the pressure that Canuck has been applying for a long time now. But to be fair, he hasn't killed that many villagers either, so Super Banana can still hold on here for a little while, but it's only a matter of time until this death ball creeps too far into the base. Maybe this gold needs to be contested. Maybe the Droman and the Fires need to move over here to stop any kind of gold income for Super Banana here. Still 10 villages of gold. Certainly helps the Paladins production here. The Halberdiers not nearly where with the upgrades needed either. That's why the Paladins are doing so well here. But it does buy enough time for this castle to potentially complete on the hill here. It's going to be tight, but the Paladins aren't diving, so that castle is going to complete. And drain the gold further of Super Banana, having to replenish the army numbers here. Still keeps the villager lead behind all this pressure, which is an accomplishment. but can only field these armies for so long. Especially if the gold sides gets obstructed as well. Kind of not really seeing that a little bit too preoccupied with pushing the middle position on landing. Is it time for a counter-attack? Drawmon doing his best to deny units from entering here. Still mining gold up top. Each of these gold piles are 800 gold, so that's going to last you for a while. Yet, Superman really still got a foothold in this game. It's now moving over with the paladins. Imagine demos in the middle here now would be properly dangerous. Drawmon's not really doing too much with these masses of land units. Going down to the paladins even. Now finally close to full upgrades for the infantry. Let's see what the paladins can do on land here. They're not going to find any easy point of entry here. A castle on this side as well for Canuck now, and paladin raids will be near impossible. They're going in deep, but they're also tanking castle fire on the way. Maybe they'll be able to break through the houses here, but I think Canuck just pulls up some quick stone walls behind this so that the paladins can't get anywhere. Front side, the push has ceased for now. Trebuchet trying to deal with castle on the hill. No villagers here to repair that one. But the quick houses will at least keep the paladin raids out for now. Halberdiers moving over. 53 halbs total. Canuck struggling to close this game out, but moves forward with another wave of halberdiers here, and Super Banana hasn't gone into a hand cannoneer yet. As the university might have chemistry. No chemistry yet, as far as I can tell, for Super Banana, so the hand cannoneers not yet to be seen. The halberdiers moving further in now. Logistica coming in, that gives the cataphracts trample damage as well. Trebuchet will go down. Canuck once again in a position to push back here still. Gold being mined for Super Banana over here. Navy not being used by Canuck. Strategically placing the demolition rafts in the middle as well, or demolition ships, to prevent any new wave of paladins to move through there. Super Banana running low on gold despite still mining out of four tiles here. Re-queuing the trebuchets, wants to be rid of that one on the hill. Is that supremacy? Is that supremacy? It is supremacy, so the villagers are going to possibly work as a counter or a response to the halberdiers once that upgrade kicks in. Gives them some pretty boosted stats. We'll see once that unique technology kicks in how much of a difference it makes. More pierce armor, more melee attack, and twice the hit points. Pretty tanky. Halberdiers ticking away. Heavy demolition ships now for Canuck, not taking any chances here. Found the gold, find the top side as well. Super Banana now completely off gold. That could be the game deciding factor, as the Spanish player won't be able to produce any gold units. Still has stone in the bank, could get castled up, could sell stone for gold, but that's not going to be enough to reclaim the map here, as Canuck has 80% of the map in their hands at this point. Getting juicy economic kills. Logistica is in for the cataphracts as well. They would do some trample damage. Let's see the Supremacy Villagers fight against the Halberdiers here. This is what I wanted to see. Look at the hit points difference being that close between them, but the Halberdiers so easily masked as well. It's not going to be enough. Enough here for with Supremacy Villagers, but this certainly provides some entertainment value here as the super beefy villagers take down not just one but two trebuchets. And even using villagers as military super banana is only 20 villagers behind here, which is again is an accomplishment. Only one defensive castle left though. Doesn't need a whole lot of trebuchets to deal with that one. Two should suffice. Canuck has this in the bag. That's going to be a 3-2. And lead us into game 6. Second match point for Super Banana, but this time fighting on one of Canuck's or one of their own picked maps, which could be an advantage. Maybe we'll see Bluegill next. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see Island Hideout. Remains to be seen. First, we're going to look at the statistics. Superior unit kills for Super Banana. 207 to 191. Thanks for the follow, Wallager. See, the Supremacy Villager fighting there. Good timing, I guess, with a nickname like that. Lots of walls and villagers fighting these games. Relatively similar uptimes here, except for the Imperial Age, where Super Banana was lagging severely behind. Never quite able to recover. That would be the Byzantines winning against the Spanish for that one. Next one we'll be seeing. Let's say it's Island Hideout. Then I expect to see the Celts because they chop the wood faster, would let you get to the middle more quickly. Whereas for Canuck, Portuguese would be a strong land hybrid civilization. I'd see the Portuguese as the favorite. Hindustan is good boom, Teuton's good boom, but they would be good for Bluegill as well, I think. Oh, maybe Portuguese Celts if we're seeing Island Hideout here. Let's go for game 6. It's going to be Bluegill first, and you see the civilizations here. Teutons versus Incas. Not your most obvious civilizations here, perhaps, but let's see what they make of them. Bluegill by Tech Chariot. Gill-shaped in the middle here. Lots of gold to be taken, so kind of like a golden swamp style map, but with much less of a water body to be considered. Some crocodiles in the middle. These are on defensive stance so that you can't go for a gold rush style wolf rush, or in this case crocodile rush. It's a bit scarce on food. I asked TechChariot to add berries because in playtesting some players complained that it was tough to get to the feudal age or even further to the castle age because of the low amounts of food. However, after adding the berries, that remedies the situation a little bit. Sheep can tend to spawn far away. Looks like Super Banana is going to find them. They're all near the edge of the map, so it might miss a couple here, but keeps going through the fog over. That's nice. Found all the sheep there, and being the Incas, you start with a bonus llama underneath your TC as town center as well, so there's that. You will want to dock on this map though, to claim the mid control, to be able to contest the gold in the middle, and to collect the shorefish that is around here, which is admittedly the second fastest food source in the game, only beaten by the Mongols 40% faster hunt. Neither of these have spectacular naval capabilities. I kind of favor Incas, in fact, because they do get bracer for the late game galleys and galleons. Both scouts in the middle now, looking for docking happening. Only a mill for Super Banana. Crocodile doesn't seem to want to engage, but gets taken out by the villager regardless. Loom is in as well. And a barracks goes up for Super Banana. Could play Feudal Age Eagles here for all I know, but more likely going to go into... Well, I don't even know. Hasn't gone to gold yet. Could be an Archer's opening, perhaps, but then we needed gold. Canuck, definitely going for an infantry opening here. 2 on gold. Neither of them did dock. No docking in the middle. It's just about to complete the Canuck, going up at a much later population here, 24 population total. Almost reeks of a fast castle age approach, even though I think that this barracks is going to produce some kind of military units, being the Teutons being an infantry civil. In fact, they're both infantry civilizations. In the castle age onwards, Incas have the response to basically everything. They have slingers from the archery range against infantry. They have eagles for raids and against archers. They're such a versatile team. They have lots of opportunities going for them. Some farms added here, safer than going for the fish, of course. It's quite exposed, but if you have naval units to protect them, it's less exposed. Eagle spotting some of the villagers over here, not really taking any hits in. Neither player is making any military here, which is beyond me at this point in the game. 25 and 40, just once again setting up for their late game Imperial Age battles. We still haven't had one game where the game ended before Imperial Age for these players. It did end with sort of an Imperial Age into GG with Canuck winning on Riverina, but yeah, they seem to hate Feudal Age aggression, these guys. We've seen a little bit of scouts and ships, but preferred Castle Age onwards. Seem to be strong Imperial Age players, both of them. Super Banana being the stronger macro player. Town centers more to the point of too many villagers. Since we're not seeing any army added here, stable. It's going to be the second building for Castle Age. We're going to go right into Castle Age and a knight here against the Incas, which is fine until the Incas can get the castle up and get Kamayuks out, because the Kamayuks will do very well even against Teuton's cavalry units. Second building up for the Incas as well. Super Banana not really having the gold to kick up, not the food either. Canuck well ahead to the Castle Age here. Also preemptively placing a defensive tower on the wood line to keep the gold and the woodland safe over here. You need to move out for safe wood access as the game progresses here. Not any huge woodlands around, but there's wood all around the map. Looks like we're going to the Castle Age for the Incas as well. Might have Eagle Warriors in mind, might have Kabyuks in mind, being on stone at this point. Neither player making any attempt at claiming the middle just yet. Wait, that's where most of the gold is. 4 knights in the queue for Canuck. Going to queue a few more, but with only 4 villagers on gold, we're not going to be able to sustain double stables for long. power lines coming in from the second stable. So we're going to boost those upgrades for Canucks cavalry. Teutons getting +1 melee armor in the gas station as a civilization bonus as well. Super Banana making it to the castle age as well, still needs another 300 stone almost for a castle. Meanwhile, Canuck is scouting the sides. He even found a stray sheep. There must have been one scouting sheep that Super Banana forgot about. That's funny. 100 food profit. Town centers being added. Surprise, surprise for the boomer boy Super Banana. Never a game without 5 TCs or more, but looks of it. But if it goes uncontested, that's fine. Also got the walls or building foundations kind of acting as walls. You can't build here, so you can't walk all the way to the edge of the map. So still exposed to raids, only +1 defense for... No! Yeah, only +1 defense for the Teuton's cavalry here. So there's that to be considered as well. Only 4 villagers on wood makes even quick walling harder here for Super Banana. I think the knights will find their way to some economy here now. Town center up on the wood. Allowing for wood to be collected again, but that's dangerously low at this point. Scrambling up those quick houses, but last house not able to get up in time. Villagers will be going down to the knights' raids of Canuck now, and Super Banana dependent upon the stone walls around the base to keep the economy and the booming safe, is now going to struggle against Canuck's ever-increasing cavalry masses here. Playing out more like a standard land map this one now, and these players have been playing for, at this point, for probably almost 4 hours real life time, so it's certainly going to affect your judgment as well. Now, since neither of them docked in the middle, neither of them have access to the middle golds, which means that Canuck is effectively keeping Super Banana of any gold income here now. This is only bringing in wood, so this could be a game that we see closed out in the Castle Age if the Canuck with the mobility of the knights here keeps taking Super Banana of gold. It's got gold over here. Maybe a tower or something here from the Teutons, something to stop the resource access from the left hand side as well. 2 tiles of resources here being taken. Stone for the Incas as well, nearly enough to get the castle left now. The Incas castles are cheaper as well, but look at the economy situation. 40% efficient, losing so many villagers. 17 villagers lost thus far, going to lose even more, and Canuck is happy to take the knights losses in favor of the villager kills at this point. It's more than 10 times the eco lead now. 10 times, more than 10 villagers eco lead for Canuck now. And Super Banana, not able to produce anything, is scrambling up that defensive castle. Would buy some time unless the knights can have a say in it over here. But they'll find their way over, and they might even deny this castle. Send the rest of the knights over as well. If anything, this castle gets heavily delayed. It might even be completely denied, and it's completely titanic for Super Banana here, not getting that Incas castle up. Yeah, because the town center keeps firing at the knights underneath the town center. Only 2 villagers now building that castle. Castle effectively delayed. Only 19 villagers left for Super Banana, not barely even producing them at this point. Castle gets denied. I suppose you could send villagers over from the other angle, but it's going to take a lifetime to recover from this kind of aggression from Canuck. Maybe the long set is setting in here, and the player with the more higher stamina is going to be getting the advantage in this game. But these guys are fighters. They're not going to give up lightly here, even though the town center might go down to the raiding knights over here. Super Banana is still going to fight for it. But we won't be seeing Super Banana counter-attacking for another 15 minutes if they're even allowed to get back into the game at all. Knights keep staying close to this castle foundation and town center. No way that castle completes easily for Super Banana here. It's only halfway there as well. You have to quick walls up in time. It's a brutal cavalry domination for the Teutons of Canuck over here. Yeah, deletes the foundation. 2 villagers mining stone, but Super Banana. Where do you go with these 15 villagers? At the point of defeat, looking at the numbers are on here now, and there it is. GG is called. Weakest game of the set so far, only about 30 minutes in-game time. Nobody going for the middle at all, even though there's lots of gold to be taken here. Maybe they're crocodilophobia or something, but didn't seem to be needing it to close this game out. We go to a game 7 and Canuck about to perform the reverse sweep here, where the last game will be on Island Hideout. 36-6 KD, absolutely brutal there. 6-1 ratio. 3,000 more resources, roughly. And the uptimes was faster for the Incas, but wasn't used for anything. Getting the feeling Super Banana had no idea what to do with this bluegill map generation. Bluegill down for Super Banana, leaving us only with Island Hideout. Incas going down to the Teutons, leaving us with Portuguese or Hindustanis for Island Hideout. I think we'd see Portuguese because of the water factor of it all. Where Superman has to be the Celts. It's an earlier pick, and it also allows you to get to the middle more quickly. Let's dive into it. Indeed, relentless pressure there finally for one game, even though it was still a Catholic pressure game. Right. Island Hideout it is, another map by the Mad Cadder. He's made 6 out of 7 maps. The only one not made by Mad Cadder was the previous one, which was Bluegill by Tech Chariot. Celts for Super Banana as expected here, and Canuck with the Portuguese. It will make a lot of sense to dock here if you see all of the deep fish on this map. Lots of fish to be taken throughout the game if you control the waters. Well, it's going to be like tens of thousands of resources on the water here. Portuguese, more hit points on their ships. But Celts, faster wood collection. I think the lumberjacks work 15% faster or something like that. What we're going to see here, we should be seeing usually 5 villagers on wood for this kind of high wood maps. It makes sense for several reasons here now. It would allow you to get through to the middle more quickly. I'm not loving this lumber camp as it's more trees to chop through to get to the middle here. But yeah, you would need 5 on wood to sustain your fishing ship production and houses and whatnot. So usually going to see 5 villagers on wood these hybrid maps. It's just a safer approach. Super Banana can get away with 4, being the Celts here. Might be able to get a dock up earlier as well with the faster wood collection of the Celts. Found both the boars, even though they are far away near the shoreline over here. With a dock here, that should be great for the deep fish of the home base over here. Portuguese, organ guns come to mind. Portuguese have all the options. They have fully upgraded arbalest. They have decent stable with fully upgraded cavaliers as well. On water, they have lots of bonuses applying to them, like the Caravel, the unique boat unit, and the ships in general getting more hit points, always favoring you in fights in equal numbers on water. Both players are docking, so we should be seeing some naval fighting over the fish here, like we saw on Scimitar to some degree. And but these guys aren't the fastest players up to the fuel age around there, as Super Banana loses starting scout. At least he found the TC location of Canuck, but he will now won't be able to obstruct the villager over here. Nice deep fish right next to the dock as well, already depleting one of those. However, Super Banana up to the fuel age a lot earlier here and producing fire galleys out of 2 docks. That could be bad news for the Portuguese. But Canuck is going up at a higher population, which leaves with a healthier economy entering the fuel age as well. Who is closer to the middle? I think it's still Super Banana. Getting payback for losing the scout as well. Trapping the scout inside the wood line over there. In for the Portuguese as well. Should be playing this defensively by now, because now Super Banana is moving out with the fire galleys over here. It's only moving out with 1. No, didn't send it to 1. It's going in blind. It's just expecting the Portuguese to have docked here, and he's correct on that. But this would be a huge commitment if there weren't any docks from the Portuguese over here. So that's also something to keep in mind. You need to scout and confirm that there's any kind of double dock shenanigans going on there. Look at the hit points here. The Portuguese admittedly taking some HP loss before engaging here, but can commit to repairs, having the home field advantage here, and that should give Canuck the better trades here for now until Super Banana's ships can join in. More fire galleys committing heavily to water here. Could be a mistake once you get to the middle, since you're going to have some resources left over to fight for land as well. Super Banana, more resources in the bank. Canuck investing less on water overall, but looks of it seems to be housed as well. That doesn't help the production department. Fire galleys, 4 of them for Super Banana. Now got 6 total against the 4 of the Portuguese, so the extra hit points for the Portuguese doesn't help at all. The fire galleys move out though. Canuck could get to take out some of the reinforcements here. No, needs to move back to protect his own fish. Gonna lose the fish here and lose that food advantage, having had more fish out. At least a couple of them going down, maybe all of them as this progresses. Super Banana keeps making fire galleys. You'd have to be careful not to overcommit as well. Now, what Super Banana could do now is move over to Canuck's side and wall out Canuck before Canuck can get to the middle. That's huge. A couple of stone wall tiles there, maybe a tower as well, and suddenly Canuck can't get to the middle and the additional resources at all. But that would require some scouting. You need your starting scout here to move over here. And now Canuck is through as well. Probably won't let Super Banana deny him entry to the middle. Probably won't. It's still only 1 house foundation away. Meanwhile, a 3rd dock for Super Banana close to Canuck's base. Where are they going? It's too late. It's too late. Oh, even the wildlife is working against Super Banana here. Canuck moving out, sees the villager, will get at least... Oh, he's helping out. Maybe a misclick. Could still get some walls up here. Let's see if there's going to be any villager fighting for that to happen. 1 tile of stone wall here, and you already delay the going into the middle for Canuck by a lot. Look at that, stone wall goes up. Not being contested. But the villagers are here. Canuck, however, well, neither of them are in the castle age yet. They've got quite a while to go. So now the villagers have to commit to pounding down this stone wall before moving into the middle at all. Canuck with a barracks in the middle, nice. Could get some scouts out perhaps, or archers. I don't know what the plan is for the Portuguese. 5 on gold. Having set up for naval play, maybe Canuck wants to go for archers actually. Also managed to get back on water somehow, patiently massing up the fire galleys while Super Banana was busy on land. Double ranges for the Celts, getting the marchers out. Doesn't have a market by the looks of it, otherwise Super Banana would have probably bought Castle Age already. And Canuck is idling a lot of villagers here, still not torn down that piece of wall. I mean, this tree is easily chopped down as well. Only 15 left on that one. I guess that's not gonna get too true, but this one, just ask a few villagers to hit that one and you'll find your way into the middle. Fire is moving out for Canuck now, going to take out... Well, it did force Super Banana to invest more into water as well, but that's just gonna be lost. I mean, that's an easy... That's 6 vs 2, easy fight. Even though it's only twice the hit points. And finally, Super Banana will lose the few fish as well. Ooh, trying to wall in the stable over here. Some range units here as well. Still stuck at home base for Canuck here. Faces some military units from the Celts. Not going to be enough, I think, to take these villagers out. These are enough villagers potentially to take out all these armies. As we see some extended feudal age aggression here. Canuck, however, on the way to the Castle Age, did not mind stone for a castle here. In fact, it's so low on resources entering the Castle Age that that's not necessarily going to give him anything. Working just as well as any army here. We see the Knights queued now, perhaps. The Knights are indeed being queued by the Portuguese. That seems to be what the resource setup can allow as well. No fish for Canuck. Canuck has won the water. Should definitely consider adding some fish again now with the wood in the bank. Also gone to stone. Wants to get a castle up in the middle at some point. Super Banana rushing at that market. Needs to buy food for a castle. Has had been relying on fish for a long while here and just now starting to see the farms. Zero food, running quite idle here. 2.5 minutes to go for the Castle Age, but had to buy a lot of food to get there. It's a lot of gold down the drain for Super Banana, having neglected the food investment. Once again the stone walls, IKEA Arena again. Can't believe this player lost Riverina with this kind of walling, huh? No upgrades on the Knights whatsoever, so feudal age, even feudal age just will do decent if they have fletching. Just still doing decent, claiming the land. Another strange effort of walling here. Maybe trying to deny the stone of the Portuguese here. Range for Canuck as well. Going to be the skirmishers most likely as the docks go down for Super Banana. Still kind of trying to salvage the fish, but they won't have anywhere to drop off. Okay, stone walls going up. Slowly but steadily. Here comes the castle of Canuck. Good castle placement for the organ guns to approach. Super Banana struggling a little bit with the resource management here. Low on food and gold. Yeah, just relocated some of those. That's only 3 villagers building that castle of Canuck. That is potentially an issue even if you have knights to defend that. Moves around. Another knight here to Okay, that's true. No, it's gonna be more villagers moving forward to get this castle up for Canuck. Canuck really wants to pull this reverse sweep off and take the last game here on Island Hideout. Knights raiding away as well to deny this TC from going up. That's an ambitious TC for Super Banana in the woodland and on the blacksmith here. See, that's decent resource income, but not bringing in any fish anymore. Canuck has started making a few more fish. This town center won't complete anytime soon though, and Super Banana is going to struggle for gold. All of the gold around home base starting TC is down. This castle denies this gold to some extent. Super Banana needs a castle, needs Imperialists, needs trebuchets to bring this game back home. Decides to delete that foundation, I think. Seems like a sensible call. Now the organ guns. At least the organ gun, one organ gun, firing all kinds of direction. Forcing the Celts to move away from one woodland. Still got stone income. Could buy the last 100 stone needed for a castle here, where Super Banana would need to force it up somewhere really close to home base. Will struggle for almost all kinds of resources here. Even the fish went down, so Canuck even patrol back on water to try and chase the last few fish of Super Banana. Keep sailing more knights. Still only 3 fishing ships, but the wood count is relatively low as well, so maybe not worth investing too much into that at this point. But look at the stone gathering as well. Super Banana, yes, does have enough stone for a castle, but that castle needs to go here at this point, because you can't really build it anywhere else with all these knights out on the field. Meanwhile, Canuck has 10 villagers on stone, and surely is going to place another castle right in the face of Super Banana here. Maybe even move around and place it from the backside, just so it can't easily get contested, but it's all of the military is in the middle. Barely any resources left. Super Banana, 38 villagers, yes, but look at the resource situation. No stone, no nothing. Are we seeing the GG? Are we seeing a victory condition here for Super Banana? What would the Celts do against this massive armies from the Portuguese? Funnily enough, it's only like 9 villagers difference between the two. Behind all of this, pikemen has been researched, but there's no way you're going to mass enough of those even to deal with only 7 knights, especially not without any infantry upgrades to benefit them. Canuck is in it to win it, might even deny this castle, commits to a forward castle here in the face of the Celts. This is a castle into GG, maybe even a failed castle into GG. Organ guns get to fire at multiple units here, knights get to focus on several units. The castle behind there gets to complete almost before the Portuguese one, even with only a third of the villagers building them. And there's no resources whatsoever to make use of this castle for anything. Organ guns firing from several angles. Canuck will be happy losing all of the armies here with the trades he's getting. 41 villager kills so far and counting. No gold access, no nothing access for Super Banana. Where are you going from here? There it is. Canuck with the reverse sweep. 3 games in a row after being down 3-1. Must be a nasty feeling for Super Banana, but well fought. Some tight games here. Evenly matched opponents for sure. Quite an enjoyable one to follow. 100 kills for Canuck this game. So getting to the middle, even getting walled out for a moment of time there, managed to fight off the middle and reclaim some control. Economic situation should show a slightly, but that's marginal. Didn't really, didn't really make a lot of fish either of them. Only 4 and 3 fish respectively. Halftime's quite similar. This one, Super Banana, later than the cast stage, unfortunately. So there's that hurt as well against Nitrates. Thanks for playing, Canuck. Appreciate that. And there we have the APM situation. Let's show that the Celts unfortunately lost this one to the Portuguese. And we could show the island hideout in the map draft as well. And finally, we get to close out the result in bracket 4. Only missing the bracket 5 final, the lowest bracket. I think this was the progression of it. 4, 3, oh. Oops. I don't know. 1, 1, 1. No. What am I doing here? Was it 3, 1? 4, 3, 2, 3, 3, 4, 3. That should be right. Is that right? Yep. That should be it. Canuck taking home the bracket 4 win after going 2-0 in both the previous sets. So finally got a challenge in the final there. SMBK had a tougher ride, but gave us a nice and evenly matched final. So that's it for bracket 4 of Akkal's Autumn Action. See you around for the next cast. I don't know when that will be yet. So